Oh crap, I kept it on normal latency. Okay, I'll just deal with it. Hey guys, what's going on? This is the Kino corner here. It's been a long time. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? I want to make sure. Let me just check my it says that it's coming through on my mic, so that should be good. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? I haven't streamed in, well, I did one stream on my phone, but I haven't streamed really properly since April or March. That was because, as some of you may know, a tornado hit the clinic where I normally stream, completely destroying it. So, okay, stream is down. My internet is being dumb. Hey, am I back? Oh, okay, great. Yeah, I don't know. Some guys were working on the house, and it might cause the. Oh my god. Okay, it might cause the stream to go down, but it shouldn't happen again. I was just dealing with a lot of technical issues with the internet right before this, and yeah, we've been dealing with a lot of technical issues. So anyways, getting back to it, I'm a little just frazzled by everything. It's also just super hot outside. We've been working without an AC, so I'm finally in. Actually, somebody donated a fifth wheel RV, so I'm in an RV right now. But before that, we were working without AC, or with very little AC. It was like this tiny window unit that could barely do anything in the Florida heat for the last couple weeks. So, yeah, so excuse the sweatiness. We just got in here, and I've been doing outside stuff. Anyways, so I hope you guys saw my latest video about how I made my movie, and I wanted to do this stream to, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that first last. I value my YouTube channel. So I'm going to be if anyone has any questions, wants me to go maybe a bit more in detail on any sort of technical stuff or whatever, like that's what we're here for. Hello there, Ramadan Steve. I see how you changed my name. Hey there, Tony. Hey there, Trev. Dylan, last time you streamed, everything was hunky-dory in Afghanistan. That's right. That is true. The last time I streamed, Afghanistan was A-OK. And, well, right now, it isn't exactly in a very good state now, is it? It's in a pretty bad state, I would say. I'm not going to get into politics here, but it's a weird world when the Taliban is making Wojak memes on Twitter. And those Wojak memes, they're kind of funny. And they make some of our own people look kind of bad. It's a weird state of the world when that's the case. Am I right? When will you review the Poppy movie? Poppy as in what? And I saw someone ask me too about if I was going to talk about the new Evangelion rebuild, and I haven't seen the rebuilds yet. I was thinking of binging the rebuilds. I haven't had any time recently. It's been kind of nonstop, and actually after the stream I'm going to be editing for the Gamer from Mars later today. Your stream needs more black pills? Yeah, I could maybe do some. I think I might bring on some friends here to talk in a few minutes. Ramadan Steve, Kino's gonna save Afghanistan by showing the Taliban sallow. Yeah, maybe, You know, didn't they like drop a whole bunch of pamphlets when they were leaving, saying telling the Taliban about white male rage or something like that? I think maybe what we could do is Kino Pill Afghanistan by airdropping just a whole bunch of Criterion Blu-rays, Criterion DVDs, just kind of all across the country, and that's going to be my presidential stance. Kino Corner is a CIA asset. Yeah, well, as you can tell, the thumbnail, it's a CIA guy, right? I am the CIA. Actually, as I'm getting older, I'm turning more and more into Aidan Gillen. So when I'm 40 years old, I will be able to truly Bane post. What if we airdrop Movie Bob reviews? Well, I don't want them to declare war on us. maybe Taliban will learn fascism is bad that way. Yeah, maybe. Maybe they'll watch, I don't know, Battle of Algiers or any of these other Criterion. Maybe they'll watch Hausu or Jellyfish Eyes. And then I have no idea what would happen then. Kino Corner is not Baked Alaska. That's definitely not true. Very different people. The Kino Glower. Now, see, that's more accurate. That is way more accurate, Ramadan Steve. That's a very astute observation there. Let's see. Criterion dump of buck breaking in the Middle East. Oh, so did you guys see, I wanted to talk about this. Did you guys see that Tariq Nasheed successfully funded his Hidden History Museum? Well, on Indiegogo, I think he raised over $1 million for his Hidden History Museum, which is his buck breaking museum. And it looks like he wants to have it in LA, but I have no idea how he's going to, how do I put this? I have no idea how he's going to build a museum in LA for only $1 million. So I was talking to some friends about this, and I was saying that, like, either he's really stupid and he thinks that $1 million is enough when it's probably not even enough for the land, or to get people to know about it, and he has big money investors behind it, and like the $1 million is sort of like cream on the, or like icing on the cake. Icing on the cake, which would probably be the smarter thing, to just do an Indiegogo as like a marketing gimmick, and make people like invested in it and whatever when you actually have like a $10 million or whatever behind it. But yeah, I have no idea how, like, really in any state he's going to build a museum for $1 million. That just seems, that seems kind of out there. But I don't know what the budget of buck breaking was. Probably like $10,000. It was like a YouTube commentary channel, like, quality. He's gonna build it with the same ingenuity his forefathers built the pyramids with, bro. Yeah, it's funny. I saw that meme. I see that all the time, where it's like the kids in the hall, and the one girl is like, "Oh, I don't want anything to do with him. He's a nerd," and it's Yakub. And he goes, "That's it. I'm gonna create white people." Tariq's museum is going to just be printed out JPEGs he found on Google. Probably, actually. Like, I'm really curious to see how this whole thing turns out, because my gut is to say it's going to be very low effort. My gut says that it's not going to be something that's necessarily good, but that could be fun just to see. Like, I don't even know if it's going to happen. As I said, like, 5 people is not enough, or not 5 people, sorry. $1 million is not enough to make a museum in LA. $1 million isn't even enough to get a house in LA. Speaking of Hassan buying that $2.7 million house, I guess I'll touch on this. We're a drama channel now, right? But Hassan buying the $2.7 million house. My problem with Hassan doing that, for one, well, I mean, he's an idiot, but also he makes his money off of watching YouTube, like, other people's videos, and then doesn't, like, transform the content at all. And he makes a ton of money. He makes more money than the YouTubers do. And he just eats cereal. Like, he basically is just like, yeah, let's just watch other people's stuff. And he sits in his room all day and he makes millions of dollars. Like, I really don't like that at all. You know, it's very parasitical, whatever the word is. I think it's he has a parasitic relationship with other content creators, and he is cringe. Hassan is very cringe. You know, and also, you know, it's a typical, just sort of like Twitch, you know, like this, you know, it's like, oh, eat the rich, except for me, sort of thing, which is just, it's very cringe. Come on. Like, and the people who are defending him are just simps. You know, they're the people who are just coping because they gave him money. That's really it. And no one, I don't see anyone, like, really attacking him. Like, people are, like, saying, like, oh, people are attacking him. No, they're just making fun of him. And, they're just making fun of him. And, you know, and he just went into damage control mode. That's it. Yo, what's up, Flam? Hey, Flam, do you want to hop on? Just send me a Discord DM. Yeah, socialism somehow just became consuming media and snacks and being given money. Yeah, it's the jobless kids with wealthy parents at home giving him money from their parents' paychecks so he can spout socialist talking points in, like, the stupidest way possible to them. That's what it is. And what's a dish you make really well? Oh, hey, Inorganic Pixel, I recognize you. A dish I make really well? I like making pasta. Here. What's up? Let me, I'm gonna start a call. Here we go.
What's going on, King?
What's going on? Alright, I'm gonna ask my people if they can hear you, because I just had to, this is a new computer, so I just installed OBS, and so I gotta make sure. Can you talk again?
Yeah, I can talk again.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you're coming through on my OBS, so you should be able to,
Awesome.
should be able to talk. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's super hot here. Okay, cool, they can hear. It's I was outside for 5 minutes. I came inside, I was like just drenching in sweat. I think it's 107 heat index or something. It's just the Florida humid swamp sticky heat is not fun this time of year. That's all I can say.
Yeah, but like your governor has less of a stick up his ass, so that's probably nice.
Yeah, we can basically do what we want, which is, you know, my life hasn't been too well, we're having a huge outbreak right now.
Right.
But you know, I work at a clinic, so
yeah. So you work in healthcare, so it's a little bit different for you.
Yeah, it's just like there's just so many people, just tons and tons of people. Like this whole Delta variant thing is Delta variant thing's really taken off in my area.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tally, yeah, I know Tally. Right. Yeah, I'm not too far from Tally. So, yeah, Gillum sucked. Meth head. literal, like, meth head. But, yeah, Dylan. No, so anyways, I wanted to, like, talk about something. I I wanted to spill a little tea.
Oh
All
boy.
right. Yeah, I want to
boy.
spill a little tea. There's a little bit of a rift going on. Now, I didn't say anything, but Mumkey sort of spilled it first, and I have to address the situation here.
Uh-oh.
So, yes, the video that I put out this week about how I made my movie would have probably been out a week or two earlier, if not for our good friend Emp Lemon.
Uh-oh.
So, when I went to Rusty's 4th of July party, I want to just sort of I want to preface this. So, I was going to Rusty's 4th of July party, and I was going on the Saturday on July 3rd, and when I was driving there, I realized that, the gamer from Mars told me that actually the party was going to be on July 3rd, and then it was going to be like a smaller thing on July 4th, which I'm kind of like one of those guys. I'm like, I'd rather like get there the day before and then be able to sort of like, I don't know, adjust and then warm myself up. I'm like, all right, I'm making this like 5-hour trip, 5-hour drive, and I'm just going to go to the party. So we get there, and then Emp is like, hey guys, you know what would be really great is if we just ditched the party and went and saw Boss Baby 2. So,
Yeah.
for some reason, we all decided to go along with his little plan to ditch the party.
And watch Boss Baby 2, huh?
Yeah, and watch Boss Baby 2. So,
Now I've never watched Boss Baby 1, so if
me
I
neither.
were to go watch, okay, were you able to follow the plot? Were you able to follow like the intricate character arcs in the second film?
It's there's so much lore in the Boss Baby universe. It's hard to it's hard to follow.
You're like starting midway in between like Return of the King. You've never watched even like The Fellowship or anything. Yeah,
exactly. So anyways, when we're at the theater, it was a great experience. We had people from some sort of psych ward, I guess, sitting behind us, or some kind of home. And then we had these like kids sitting in front of us who were watching YouTube on their phones with no headphones in or anything.
During the film, or
during the
like,
film,
during
they were
the
watching like reaction videos.
Oh no!
But we didn't really care enough to say anything, because it's not like, oh wow, you ruined my Boss Babies 2 cinematic experience.
Now, were any of you like slightly inebriated at this point?
Only Eggy.
Okay, smart man.
Yeah.
Boss Baby, and Boss Baby 2 do not strike me as films that I would want to watch entirely sober.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And Flam, I would definitely advise. I would not advise watching Boss Baby 2 completely sober. I think that if you're inebriated, you'll enjoy it a lot more, because time passes a lot faster when you're inebriated.
I'm not gonna lie. Doug Walker films, the Channel Awesome films, I've only watched 2 of them. I watched the first and the second one, and I've done both while drinking. And the film gets exponentially more bearable the more I drink. I don't think that it is a increased quality of writing later on in the later acts. I think it's just that I have much more of a patience for awful shit. Although there's a scene in, I believe, the second film that has like a lot of very weird close-up of Lindsay Ellis's face, where she's making like a pseudo O face, and it's really fucking funny. Lindsay Ellis, Lindsay Ellis is really funny. Yeah, Lindsay Ellis is very funny.
She's something, that's for sure.
Oh, you know what? That's something that's something I'm gonna watch after this. I want to watch her. I want to watch her very pissy video about Sargon. That might be funny to watch.
What about her like hour-and-a-half apology for that? Like,
I covered that. That.
Oh yeah. An hour-and-a-half apology about some like mundane statement about Raya and the Last Dragon. It's
Oh
like,
no, it was more like it was more like the TLDR about that is that she goes into the etymology of cancellation,
of
and
course, Brad
then
too.
goes into every single drama that she's been involved in, and then basically says that she wants to like get really mad because she enables a bunch of maladjusted, neurotic individuals and validates their absolutely fucking insane opinions on things, and then gets really like surprised when that same neuroses comes in the form of people wanting her to be homeless, essentially. And
Yeah.
she basically at the end basically says that she would love to give credence to it so that I can stop, but then like she would be playing into like what right-wing people want, and that's just not acceptable, and then like has a resting bitch face as like the last 15 seconds of the film
You,
or
you,
video.
you know, one of the problems with people like Lindsay Ellis is that they bring it upon themselves because they they cater to
Yeah.
that audience, and it's like if you cater to an audience that's gonna be that does stuff like that to other people, it's gonna come back on you. That's all I can say. But I want to finish up this Boss Baby 2 saga.
Yes, sorry.
So anyways, yeah. So these kids are watching. Um, these kids are watching YouTube reaction videos in front of us, and then there's some like schizophrenic guy kind of like shouting random things during during the
Nice.
film behind us.
See, this is the reason why we go to watch film in the cinema and not
Yeah,
at
this
home
is the
in the comfort of
cinematic,
our house
the
without
Boss
our
Baby
pants
2.
on.
Yeah, the Boss Baby 2 cinematic experience. And it was like a late night showing, which I guess is why all these people were there. And so when we finished watching it, we were too tired, after we came back to do it. So we did it the next day, and Emp was using his new camera, but I'm the sort of I'm like the tech geek of the bunch, and so he's like, I'm just gonna use this like little microphone and this little camera, and we were and we were all scrunched up inside of Rusty's studio, which is a room in his house. And what I can say is that the video of the Boss Baby 2 stuff makes it look like it's bigger than it is. It's a very small room, and so I went to sort of finagle with the camera a bit to squeeze us all in, and it was up against, because Mumke was sleeping in that room, so it was literally like on top. The camera was like on top of his bed, or the cot that he was sleeping on, and so I would have pushed it. I would have pulled it back because people. I know some people are like, "What's with the camera angle?" That's like the only angle we could get. And so I got it there, and everyone had sat down. But anyways, no. But before this, what happened is, so we get it set up, and then Emp was like, "Oh, I can't, like, my SD card isn't big enough." And I said, "Well, I have a 128 gigabyte SD card. We can use that, because only a little bit of my 128 gig is up." And I'm like, I doubt we're gonna use 128 gigs, and even if we're shooting in 4K. So I put my SD card in there. I walk out of the room for a second to grab something. I come back in, and Emp goes, "All right, Kino, I formatted the card. What else do I do?" And I was like, "What?"
Oh no.
I go,
Oh no. Oh no.
and I was like,
No.
I was like, "You're joking, right?" And he's like, "No." I go, "You didn't format the card, did you?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did. I did it right when you put it in." And I was like, "Are you serious?" And then I was like, "Are you serious right now?" And he's like, "Yeah." I go, I was like,
My entire movie's on that.
I had so many shots on that. I had all my shots for my YouTube video on that. And he goes,
Oh, no.
"What?" I go, "You just deleted like my entire YouTube video."
Oh god.
So um, we bring it back to my computer, and I, you know, I'm looking through my computer, and I had saved only a few shots because some of the stuff I did like right before coming out, so I hadn't like transferred them over to my computer yet. And I had only saved a few shots, but I was like, oh, okay, you're good, because I just didn't want him to feel bad at the time.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, like, damn, you know, I gotta reshoot like half of this video. And it's not like it's a small video. It's not like it's a very big video. Yeah. So that is why the video came out 2 weeks late. Yeah,
you should have did you at least list Emperor Lemon as senior technical editor or something like that? Like find like some sort of like really elaborate title just to explain as like the fucking asshole that formatted my SD card.
I was thinking of putting in a title that was like, thanks to Emp Lemon for deleting this entire video.
You should have. I don't think he would have gotten mad. I don't think he would have gotten like beat up about that or mad about that. I think he would like. That's actually kind of funny.
So, but I didn't really have to say anything because when I made the video, I made two versions of the video. One that I put on Patreon, and a second video that because I was testing with like. You know, if you show it to your patrons early, if it affects how well the video does, you know, so I wanted to have one video that just they're essentially just copies of each other, but one that I put on Patreon, the other that I put on YouTube, you know, and I made public the next day. But when I finished that video and I had just gotten it up, Mumkey, Eggy was staying over at Mumkey's place, and Mumkey texted me and said, hey, can you send over the new video? Eggy and I want to watch it. So I sent him over the one that was for YouTube and not Patreon. And so Mumkey was able to be the very first comment. And his first comment was, this video was delayed because Emp deleted half the video from an SD card. So, and I hearted it. So it's at the top of the video. If anyone wants to scroll down to the comments, you know.
You need to pin that comment. Like, you unironically need to pin it.
Well, I have a pinned comment that has, like, the links to my film, the links to the band, like, links and stuff. So I was thinking of pinning it, but then, like, I have my pinned comment is for my own stuff. And I was like, okay. But I hearted it. It's the first one. It's the most liked comment. So it'll definitely be at.
Yeah, I see it right now. I just liked it.
Yeah, it'll always be at the top. And since I wasn't gonna say anything to anyone, but you know, Mumkey was there. He thought it was funny because he thinks that my suffering is funny. And,
your suffering is funny. Like, objectively, it is funny. Like, as a person removed from the personal, like, actual anguish of it, I find it very amusing. I think most people find it very amusing. Just because you don't find it amusing doesn't make it not funny. You know
well,
what I mean?
I find it amusing in retrospect because the video's done now. You know, it's like it's ancient history, as they say. But yeah, that's And people ask, is this why you make fun of Emp? No, I make fun of Emp because he's a vegan. Like, that's why.
Ooh. Does he do it for health or ethical reasons?
He's been doing it for so many years now. I think now it's just a lifestyle thing. I think he's too afraid to go back to meat. You know, he's just. I don't know why he started being a vegan, but he turned into one about 6 years ago, 6 years ago, and I think he's just too scared to go back to eating his chicken tendies that he really used to like. You know, I would assume it's just I don't know why. Is his hair falling out yet? M's hair? He's only 22. So, no.
Jeez, he's 22? Holy shit.
Yeah, he's not that old.
I thought he was older.
No, he was making those YouTube poops back when he was in high school. He was like some 12-year-old kid making the Uncredibles, which all of his YouTube poops now are backed up on Odyssey. Because I don't know if you saw all the issues he was getting into recently with YouTube.
Yeah. Although he just posted like how it started, how it's going from removal of monetization to number 28 on trending.
Yeah. So what happened is I guess one of his YouTube poops from a while ago had it's always the same with all the YouTubers, like a 1 second 9/11 joke, right? Or even I don't even know if it was a 1 second thing or if it was 9/11 or anything, but the bot sort of thought it was,
Mm-hmm.
And so he lost monetization. A lot of his YouTube poops were just getting like flagged for certain things and whatever. A lot of the older content, because YouTube has this really stupid system where it doesn't grandfather in old videos. If they make a new rule, then that new rule applies to all of your older videos. And like even someone like me, I don't have that many videos. I have 70 something. I mean, that's still a lot for a channel my size and for the kind of videos I make. It's still a lot, but like I can't tell you, like I don't remember much from all of my videos. I can't tell you what exact clips I used in each video or anything like that. I sometimes forget that some of my videos even exist, if I'm gonna be honest. Like I'll get reminded of them, and I'll be like when my Ad Astra video kind of hit the algorithm a little while ago, I forgot that I even made that.
My Chris Chan coverage stuff from like a year and a half ago. It wasn't really even about Chris Chan specifically, but like because it was Chris Chan related, I got like a bump.
Yeah.
It's always weird. It's always weird when that sort of shit happens.
Well, it happens, and the problem with YouTube, right, is like, so you have all this huge backlog of stuff, right? You have a big backlog of content if you've been on the platform long enough. And stuff that was fine back then, YouTube implements a new rule, and now all of a sudden your older videos are breaking that rule, but you might not even remember much of what you had in your older videos. It's like years ago. It's like a project that you spent a few hours on years ago. You're not really going to remember that much. And
ironically, I would highly recommend that you sign up for Odyssey, just because they have a service that allows you to like fully back up all of your videos, both retroactively and like as you go on.
Oh, I have that set up already. Yeah, I'm on Odyssey. Yeah, you can watch all the Kino Corner videos on Odyssey. I'm completely backed up. You can go over there, send me some crypto. That's also pretty cool. Tip me in crypto. I don't have any crypto, so I'm just putting my videos up on Odyssey, just begging people just to send me Ethereum. I'm like, I can also be like Hassan. I'll just do nothing and hope that people give me money.
I also like Ramadan Steve's statement. The SD card went on a downward spiral.
Oh yeah.
Also, Psych Draw said, "Come to Kino."
Oh, nice.
You got another girl who's who understands. You got to come to Kino.
Yes. Very good. There's a few questions in chat. I wanna Odyssey worth it. Yes, Odyssey is worth it. As far as like between Odyssey and BitChute, Odyssey has a much cleaner UI. Odyssey is much more like YouTube in how it looks, how it feels, and it's HD, I think, too. It can play HD, which I like.
Odyssey also has like a lot of established YouTubers that are like at least signing up for accounts on it. So it has a possibly better reputation.
Yeah, exactly. BitChute got sort of crowded out by a bunch of like alt-right people that joined immediately, and
You gotta
and
let
it
the
got a little bit of
you gotta let the YouTubers like get used to Odyssey, and then you can have like the more fringe, insane people on there.
yeah, that never happened on Storyfire, but the Storyfire's problem was that they wouldn't let anybody upload. And
Yeah, they only let like 5 people upload. Yeah.
yeah, I sent them a thing, and one of their things that they wanted from me was I had to make a video to send to Jesse Ridgway, or whatever, McJuggernuggets or whatever his name is, basically talking about what kind of videos I would make, and I'm like, dude, just look at my channel. Like I'm already sending you my channel. You don't even have to watch any of my videos to know what kind of videos I make. You can just look at the thumbnails. You can just look at the titles, and you'll know exactly what I'm doing. But no, there's like I had to fill out this whole form. Sorry, I have a cold. It's not COVID. I got tested twice.
It's not the coof. You don't get the coof.
It's not the coof.
Yeah, you probably got to get tested like so frequently with your profession or your like whatever you do.
Yeah, I do. So I can tell you it's just a cold. And I normally don't cough that much, but I don't talk this much either. So,
I cough a lot whenever I have cheese. Cheese and milk in general like really makes my my saliva get phlegmy, and I'll get like just awful. You know what I mean?
For me, that's tonic water. And I drink a lot of tonic water. Tonic water is one of my favorite drinks. I just drink it straight. I have a lot of weird sort of tastes, I guess.
Nothing wrong with that. My mom drinks tonic water almost exclusively, so.
Oh, okay.
Like,
well, good. I can hang
yeah.
out with your mom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Can I send Save the Kids token? Asked Ramadan Steve. Yes, you can send Save the Kids token. I still believe in it. FaZe K got framed, right? That was a whole.
You need to watch the full thing of that.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
Mudahar did like a really good workup about it, but I haven't seen the entirety of it.
Yeah, so of course, I was talking to and Van Puffin. It's Flamenco. Yeah,
yes,
so
Flamenco TV on YouTube.
Yeah, so so obviously I'm friends with CoffeeZilla, and he's kind of in our little group, and so I was definitely keeping up with it, and he was working on that Save the Kids thing for a while, behind the scenes before he put out that initial video, and then it was also him. I think that the people who were like working behind the scenes on uncovering stuff was like him, Nerd City, and Mudahar, and I think somebody else was there, sort of Barely Sociable. Yeah, so it was those four guys, but obviously CoffeeZilla was sort of spearheading the whole thing. And I didn't really know much about any of these FaZe kids. I don't watch esports because I think esports as a whole is kind of cringe.
It really depends on whether or not you like the game that they're playing. If you're invested in it, then I think you can probably like get into it. But like, if you're not like fighting games, I like watching competitive fighting games. But that's because I like fighting games.
That's different, I think, because like I have a friend who's really into Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
And he shows me like he plays competitively Street Fighter 2. And some of those guys on there are just, I'm like, what the hell? I don't know how how they get so good.
Autism.
Yeah.
It's like largely a combination of autism. Dude, I started working on it. I really do need to work on it because people were bitching about it in the chat, and they were absolutely right to do it. There's like 3 things I want to do in terms of like prepared content, and I want to like try some things. I want to do like a comprehensive timeline of the Chris Chan stuff, along with like updates up to and including their Bond appearance. And then I also want to do like a rundown of the fighting game community for the year of 2020, specifically with the Evolution fighting game series, the like competitive tournament Evo.
Yeah.
Because there's like a whole lot of like insane shit like that going on. And I'm fairly certain that Low Tier God was like the name reason why it like all started off. Because before COVID like really canceled Evo, or canceled like the in tournament thing, there was like a bunch of like, you know, cancellations of different people because it was really funny. Do you know who Low Tier God is?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay, so Low Tier God, you know, does what he does. He gets into a match with Cereblast, who is a transgendered participant in the fighting game community, and Low Tier God, as he does when he loses, goes on like a you know, personal attack tirade about people and, you know, all sorts of stuff. And Sarah Wolf, unlike most people, because like Low Tier God made fun of Broly Legs, who's like a quadriplegic who plays Chun-Li with his face, and he's like the #1 ranked Chun-Li player in online, like worldwide.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, look at this Krang looking motherfucker," and all that shit. Like really like going into him and shit. And Cereblast, you know, basically uploads the clip of Low Tier God berating them. So Low Tier God gets banned from Evo because of that. But the thing is that Low Tier God like doesn't play in competitive fighting games like in tournaments because it would just be a waste of money because it's not good.
Yeah.
And then Low Tier God is like, okay, we'll play that way, and posts like a clip of Cereblast like using the N-word a bunch of times. And so like one of the things you have to understand is that the fighting game community is like actually very diverse. There is, if like in terms of like racial demographic makeup, I'd say that like 45% of the people in the fighting game community are African American, probably like an equal amount of like white, Hispanic, and Asian for the rest.
Yeah.
Like there's like a predominantly mostly black people in the fighting game community in the United States. And the fighting game community is also conducive of a bunch of trash talk. So when you have like friendly, good-spirited trash talk along with like a predominantly African-American base, there are going to be certain passes that get handed out. And there are going to be people that feel very confident going on Twitter with verified check marks calling people the N-word. So when Cereblast gets banned, everyone starts shitting their pants. And there's this guy who's had a grudge over this like the like lead president of Evo, and he's had this grudge for years now. Like this guy is a sex pest. He uses his position to get sexual favors from other people, and I'm gonna expose him. And then the Smash shit leaked like on the same day.
Oh man. Yeah, and I've heard a lot about that Smash stuff too, obviously, because of my very close relation with Technicals.
Technicals is fucking killing it, by the way.
Yeah, he's killing it right now. The whole stuff with Jizu right now, I know that's going on, and I'll follow it. I don't really ever comment on things because it's not really my not my place. But I think some of it's I sometimes it's fun just kind of watching these really weird groups just sort of imploding is all I can say. It's almost like watching Jerry Springer, but on
yeah, except like all parties involved have like mild autism, except for like hacks. Yeah. Oh my god, like. I feel so bad for Technicals because I think Technicals is like in contact with hacks, but like I can just only imagine what Technicals has to go through every time he tries to like talk hacks out of being like extremely fucking autistic on the internet.
Here, so I'm gonna Johan says, how do fighting games Okay, so I want to talk about this. I actually had a side with Tariq Nasheed recently when he basically claimed that Lil Nas X was a psyop to buck break black men. And then Lil Nas X was like playing into it, like, yes, I am. And I'm like, well, then I got to side with Tariq Nasheed on that. I don't know. Something about that guy is, like, he brags about being an industry plant. Because remember I don't know if you remember the whole thing, but he was like how, he was saying how like had no money and whatever, and he wrote Old Town Road or whatever that song was.
Yeah.
And he like blew up, and it was like this like humble origin story, and then it turns out he's actually an industry plant. I mean,
like every single major music person is an industry plant. Like,
yeah, like
that
humble beginning is not.
Yeah, these humble beginnings thing that only exists in like mid-level underground scenes. It doesn't exist in like modern record producing labels. Like, no, they are looking for a very specific thing. They will push it. They will try to make it an actual thing. And if it fails, then they'll just like give up. And if it doesn't fail, then they'll just keep on pushing it. But like 99% of like music stars are just like pushed until they either catch or they just get dropped.
Well, what I heard is that Taylor Swift's dad like bought her a studio or something to like like she comes from a lot of wealth as well. A lot of these people they're wealthy and they just sort of stay in that. I wanted to go back. Someone asked me about what I thought about The Green Knight. You can go watch my review on The Green Knight on the Mumkey and Biggs channel on Is It Kino. Not only did we review The Green Knight, we went over a lot of A24 films. But Mumkey's list of A24 movies, he was leaving out the really bad ones, like The Death of Dick Long, A Glimpse Inside the Mind of Charles Swan III, Hot Summer Nights. Some of these like ones A24 puts out that are bad or super forgettable. So I wanted to say for the record that to kind of tweak that a little bit, there's been a plenty of A24 movies I haven't really cared for. And what I can say too is Mumkey was going kind of hard on against me, even though he knew that I was right. After like his stuff was kind of played up in that review, so because afterwards, you play it up, right? When you're doing something for YouTube, you're not exactly going to be talking like how I would talk to him just if we're not doing something for entertainment.
Yeah, unless you're doing like a podcast. I think like the everyday interactions with people sort of thing are good for podcast format. But if you're doing like produced stuff, it's a little you gotta be a little more energetic. You gotta get a little more pep in your step.
Yeah, and every time I do something for YouTube, whether it's a stream or whether it's really whether in a podcast too, I do take on a sort of new personality, right? And it's more entertainment focused. I try to sort of keep it up. Like if I was acting like my normal self, I probably wouldn't have talked at all in the last hour. I might have said a few words here or there, but so this is like and I was trying to get people to talk about this. I didn't. I would have talked about this on Slush's stream. So after Slush made his Dr. K video, he did a stream with Night Docs, Muda, and a couple other guys. I think Oki and Glink joined in at some point. But I wanted to talk about this whole thing with Dr. K and with like the whole blurring the lines. Is that when I've been thinking about this a lot recently, just about the nature of our reality, right? I've been listening to audiobooks of philosophy. So anyways, Uh, when these people are doing these quote unquote therapy sessions on Twitch, uh, knowing that they're doing this to an audience, right? Knowing that they're doing this in front of an audience of thousands of people, but also they're only doing it in front of their computer in a room in which they're alone. And I wanted to ask a question I wanted to ask Muda, or anyone who'd done it, if that sort of entertainment part of their brain mixed with the fact that you're just talking to a computer, like that the audience is there, but the audience isn't there. It's that kind of weird, conflicting reality in which you live when you're streaming.
The ever-present large singular body of the chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's just words on a screen. There are people behind it, but your brain isn't really reading it as people behind it. Your brain's reading it as words on a screen. But you still know that you have to be entertaining. So mixed with you're in the comfort of your own home, with you want to be entertaining on the internet, would these people be more willing to maybe divulge some information, some stories, just to sort of keep the energy going? You know what I mean? That they might not have. Like, how does being essentially on a stage in front of thousands of people affect how the person engages with this?
Yeah.
And how does it affect how Dr. K engages with you as well? I don't know. That's not really a question of ethics. It's not really a question of morals or anything like that. That's more a question of how people act. And I think I don't know. I just think it'd be an interesting thing to sort of, as like a, as like a, what's the word for it? Like thought experiment sort of thing.
By and large, like, there's nothing wrong with giving people like general wellness advice when it comes to like psychological things. I think obviously it's a really good thing to help people who might be feeling depressed. Is like first, like are you sleeping regularly? Are you sleeping a regular sleeping schedule and getting enough sleep? What is your exercise routine like? Are you getting like an average amount of exercise per day? Like by and large, I'd say like 80% of people's like psychological problems stem from just sort of like not physically taking care of themselves. But then like when you get into like really like high level sort of stuff, like deep insecurities or trauma, it has to be like an individual thing. And I think that like the observing effect of it when it's being done in front of an audience makes it like really weird, and I don't know if it's like the best setting. I think you can maybe talk to people, and however, like these people are also people that like when he has people on, they're generally people that like do online stuff and are like talking with people in general, or doing things in front of people in general. But I don't know.
Yeah, like that was that is one thing that people are talking about with like Regful, is that even if he went to a therapy session, he would tell the entire stream the next day like everything that he said. So he was like open about all of that. And the kind of people he has on are generally open about that sort of stuff. And it's like they consent to it, but it's still just, I don't know, I just think it's really weird. It's not really my place to dive into it or anything, but I do think that it's strange. I just feel uncomfortable with that whole thing, that whole genre. Like it just feels like as I said, it's not really my place to say anything, but it feels wrong to me. That's what I can say. It just feels wrong.
I think the thing that might actually be wrong with that too is that like an audience who might like relate to the person involved, who might have like some of the similar symptoms of the person involved, might not actually have like everything that's actually wrong with them, and then they'll like try to apply that exact same thing instead of seeking help that they might need. But I mean, at the end of the day, too, do internet content creators really have a responsibility to like have a positive role model status for the people that they're watching?
I don't
Or
think
do
it's.
they?
I
Yeah.
don't think it's about that either. But I think it's that he's giving, like, very personalized advice.
Mm.
And he's giving very personalized stuff instead of general stuff. And you know, and he's having people on. I don't know. Like, it's like, well, for one, I don't know why you would want to even like watch somebody's therapy session. I don't know why you'd want.
Oh,
I don't.
it's a super like personal and intimate thing and done in front of a live audience. So like,
Yeah,
yeah, no shit, dude. Like people are gonna fucking want to watch that.
yeah. I mean, I know
Um,
why people would, but me personally, I just don't like. I'm not
you're a
interested.
little bit more well adjusted, so you know what are you gonna do?
Yeah, yeah. I deal with enough people's
Listen,
problems.
I got into it. I got into a long, drawn out conversation with a bunch of Twitch people over a really fucking retarded drama, or like whatever counts as like sexual harassment drama for them, which it wasn't. And I had to like deal with like when I was talking to those people in general, it was it was the single most affirming thing when I ever have any doubt in my mind of like how socially well adjusted I am. Because talking with those people, like somebody in the chat was like, somebody in their chat was like trying to talk shit about me and like trying to call me crazy. It's like, dude, after talking about 3.5 hours, I've never been more sure in my life about how well socially adjusted I am compared to these fuckers. Holy shit.
Yeah, some of these people, man,
Yeah.
on Twitter and on YouTube and just on the internet in general, man, I don't know how they get how they do. And I joke around, I joke around and stuff, but it takes a well-adjusted person to be edgy in that sort of way and to not take themselves that seriously. And Vin Love, I'm not gonna let you on. Vin Love is our resident Son of the Mask enthusiast.
Mm.
And he was on the last stream. But if I bring him onto the stream, it's gonna go full schizo. So I want this stream to be fairly normal. All right, this is the Saturday Kino chill sesh. If I bring
Yeah.
you on, there will be no chill. That's what's gonna happen, because you're gonna get on, and your grandma's gonna be yelling at you in the background, while your grandma's gonna be yelling at you in the background while you're just screaming quotes from Son of the Mask. You do that every time you join VC. Like, I know how you'll be. Yo, what's up, Kim Jong Un? He's a
Nice.
one of my earliest followers here.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan,
I gotta watch.
Yeah.
I gotta watch. I gotta watch. Fucking. I gotta watch. People in my audience were suggesting this with Twitch particularly. They were saying that I should go and watch the new Evangelion movie on Twitter on Twitch, because like you can do that.
Oh,
And
I know
haven't
it's on
seen it
Amazon
yet.
Prime.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I didn't I actually kind of got bored at the third rebuild film.
I haven't even watched
liked.
the rebuilds, because
Have you watched Neon Genesis Evangelion?
well, yeah, I've watched that.
Okay.
I've watched End of Eva, but
Mm.
I didn't watch the rebuilds, because aren't the rebuilds essentially the same story and the same
No,
characters?
they're different. They're different. Rebuild 1 has some slight differences. It goes all the way up to the sniping attack on the angel, the cube one. There's some like minute differences in the overall presentation, but it's largely the same. The second film is right after Shinji after Unit 1 eats the core of the angel that like made it all the way to the Geofront,
Yeah.
it goes like berserk, and third impact is about to start, and then Karu like Longinus's Ava Unit 1 from the fucking moon and like comes down, and it's like that's like the wham moment after the credits. And then the third one is just like completely off the rails because it's a 13-year time skip.
Oh, okay. So is this like a parallel universe Evangelion?
Maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but the third film is like where there's a massive departure.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I was thinking of watching the rebuilds and then watching the new one. Here, so Cosmo.
What are your overall thoughts on Ava?
I really like Ava.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I really liked, especially End of Evangelion, End of Ava. You know, of course, the movie. I really enjoyed the film. I really enjoyed the series. You know, I've seen only a few anime series, so I'm not like too well versed. But I really like that. I actually kind of like the last two episodes. You know, like they had this. You know what the last two episodes kind of remind me of in their style is that that Japanese movie Belladonna of Sadness. I don't know if you've seen that.
I have not seen it, no.
Okay. But anyways, I want to just change the subject because Cosmo just finished his artwork for me to make it, and it's the Kino Kingdom. I'm just gonna put this in the corner here. I'm gonna make this bigger.
You just put it in the Discord, the DM too.
Oh yeah. Wait a sec. All right. We're gonna make this.
Oh gosh, what is this?
Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
That's so right there is wait. So right there is me.
Ooh, and bottom right though. Ooh.
Oh. Yeah, so that's the girl from Solaris, and then I think is it Liv Ullmann or BB Anderson, and Monica Vitti, and Anna Karina, I think. And then the Lady Snowblood actress right there. Clearly doesn't have a Criterion Channel subscription. Yeah. Yeah, I saw it on Criterion Channel. Let me see. People don't like the rebuilds because they don't focus on the psychological stuff as much as the show, and it's more plot heavy than character heavy. That's what.
I'd agree with that. Especially with the third film, because Karu and Shinji like get very little interaction. I would say like the episode 24, or whenever Karu gets introduced and then killed, I think that like they have like more meaningful interaction in that like short period of time than the entirety of the film.
Yeah. Well, my favorite part of the film and the Ava was at the very end when Asuka gets what's coming to her. I do like because some people get like kind of confused because it's not explicitly spelled out like what is going on in the last two episodes of the anime series and then like End of Evangelion. Yeah,
because like those are happening concurrently with each other and people don't like fully get that.
Well, I mean, I got it because like the last two episodes, right, of the anime series is more like a metaphorical take on what's happening, and then End of Ava is like what's actually happening. Like,
well, no, I think that the last two episodes are what's going through Shinji's mind as he's in Unit 1 during like the last part of Instrumentality.
Yeah. Someone says Asuka best girl. No, that's definitely Misato.
Yeah, Misato's the best woman.
It's not even that's not even.
Although close second is the really cute lesbian operator of the three operators in Nerve.
That's what Pantsu was tweeting at me last night.
Oh no.
We won't go there.
She is cute though. She is cute. I don't know.
Nerds,
Ralph got like really fucking mad at me last night. It was in my chat and he was like gunting at me and I was like, I don't fucking care. And then I watched Pantsu's like VTuber audition and it was really, really bad.
Yeah, we won't go there. That opens up a whole can of worms that I don't want on this channel. And Ralph has subscribed to me. So.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
also facts. No, there is deep meaning to Ava. It's just that like all of the religious iconography doesn't have any like deep rooted like meaning. It just is to look cool. But like there is like the psychological and the like the concept of yourself and the self reflected in others and all that is like actually like big thunk stuff.
Big thunkin'. Okay, wait, I'm gonna do this to make it more aesthetic. I'm gonna put this here for a sec. Let me just...
Ansu Dendrila est. Oh no.
I'm gonna just put this here. Let me maximize this here.
Everyone says Misato, but everyone also says Misato is the worst choice. Yeah, I can see that.
Who says worst choice? Come on. Plebs, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess plebs. Right?
People just don't really want to like. I don't know. I guess because she probably smells like cigarettes and that's pretty gross. But like you know, 5 solid days of just like straight fucking like rabbits in a hotel room doesn't sound too terrible, you know? Kaji's a fucking stallion. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm
fucking
literally
Chad watermelon merchant.
Wait, so Johan says that he thinks Rebuild 4 actually delivers on some of the religious brain content, especially in comparison to me cringing every time the new Dead Sea Scrolls were mentioned in the original anime. And Psych Draws donated $5. Thank you.
Yo, Psych Draws.
Thank you, Psych. Thank you
Queen
very much.
Shit.
Very much Queen Psych. Thank you very much. Got the people who follow me are the best. I got the best followers. The best subscribers. My new video may only have 2,000 views, but it's 2,000 of the best views.
Yup. Did you have you seen any other good videos on YouTube besides yours?
Yeah. Oh, let me see. I actually like the new AVGN episode.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's on the Rocketeer. Yeah, and you know what? I do like. I think that the Cinemasker podcast is gonna do. I think it's gonna get better. I think they have a good skeleton there, and I think people give Justin and Kieran too much shit because I think they're cool. People are like, "Oh, Screenwave ruined AVGN."
I haven't watched a whole lot of it, honestly. Like I watched some of AVGN's content, but he definitely strikes me as like one of those like old school YouTubers that hasn't gone completely fucking insane. Like,
he's definitely
all the other ones.
Yeah, he's definitely very old school. Now, what I can say is his behind the scenes video is a bit strange. That he posted. Kawaru and Shinji are the best Ava couple. Yeah, you know what? Spooky was trying to convince me of that. Last night, and I still don't think so. I think it's Kaji and Misato.
I mean, in terms of like Shinji having like a stable emotional relationship with somebody, I would definitely say Karu is probably like the best choice, because he doesn't really have much else. You know what I mean?
Well, he's literally like an angel, an alien angel thing.
Yeah.
So. You know.
The angels aren't aliens.
Oh, where are they from?
So this gets kind of like part of the problem with Ava, if you're explaining like the mechanics of things, is that you have to like read wiki articles because Anno doesn't explain this shit.
Yeah, because it makes it look. Because look, I'm a guy, right? I watched the show in its entirety. I watched the movie, but that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's basically explained that Earth is Earth is not the only planet that has life on it.
Mm-hmm.
However, it is deviant in that it is the only one in which the various species of angel, because humanity is also the one of the angels, is yeah, because that that gets explained, right? You got to that part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So angels, humanity is, one of the angels, but like, only one of the angels is supposed to be on like any planet at any time, and these are like seeded by some sort of like alien entity.
Oh, okay.
So, when this all happens, Earth comes into contact with this, and the angels are trying to basically like cause third impact, because this is like not how the world is supposed to be, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay,
And
I
then
see.
Sele's goal is to kill all of the angels so that they can start instrumentality, which is all the Ray 2 clones coming in and dissolving the AT fields of every single human being, which is our individuality, by
Yeah.
either coming in the guise of something that we feel is comforting, which is why with
Yeah, that's like
the
the whole
nerdy
ending.
technician.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nerdy technician has Misato coming to him. The lesbian technician has Ritsuko coming to him, or coming to her, and some people who reject all human emotions just see like a bunch of fucking creepy Ray clones that are coming to devour him, and then they turn into LCL. And the goal of Sele is to direct instrumentality so that their consciousness is what guides the reformation of humanity, and then they're going to basically turn Earth into a starship and go explore the cosmos as this like higher evolved being.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I got some of that, but
Yeah, that's why everyone turns into Orange Tang. Essentially, that's what
Yeah.
instrumentality is. Because again, like that's the reason why like Ava pilots are better. All Ava pilots are emotionally insecure teenagers that don't have a mother, and they the AT field, the physical barrier between angels and other things in the world, are exemplified by the inability to connect with others. Like
okay.
our
Yeah.
individuality, our ability to be separate entities from each other is our AT field, as opposed to like a physical barrier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Spooky says it's basically what Alex Jones said on the Joe Rogan show.
Yeah, no, unironically, like 95% of what Alex Jones said is essentially like a one-to-one comparison with Evangelion.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And hey, Flam, you should read the chat. Jonas has a message for you. Jonas.
Oh, which one? Jonas, Flamenco needs to read the wiki on how to get some bitches. Yeah, okay. Listen, my girlfriend thinks my autism is cute. I don't know what to tell you, dude.
The way you talk about Ava is the way that I talk about Sallow.
Yeah, exactly.
I was telling some of the people in my server the other day about Pasolini's other films, and he has this really great film called Theorem or Teorema that often gets overlooked. In fact, like a lot of his movies get overlooked because of Sallow, right? It's just like this monumental film, right? And he has a bunch of other great movies, but everyone's like, oh yeah, he's a Sallow guy, even though he made tons of films. It's like Orson Welles, right, with Citizen Kane. It's like you make Citizen Kane, and then you make a whole bunch of other masterpieces, but people only really remember Orson Welles for Citizen Kane.
Right.
But, his other great films are like The Lady from Shanghai, The Magnificent Ambersons, Othello, Chimes at Midnight, The Other Side of the Wind, F for Fake. I really liked also The Immortal Story. That was also great. His Macbeth adaptation was great. I haven't seen a single Orson Welles directed film that I didn't like. Touch of Evil is a masterpiece. So is Chimes at Midnight, and I think my least favorite of his probably is The Stranger, but that was sort of maybe taken out of his control a bit. The studio was sort of messing with that, and the studio messed with Magnificent Ambersons quite a bit, but we might be getting the full version of the movie, because what happened, this is weird, is the movie has like, I think 40 minutes missing from it. 40 minutes missing from it because the studio just cut out like the entire second act of the film. Yeah, and so it's only like 90 minutes long when it should be like over 2 hours. And there's a whole section where they go down to South America, and there's a whole storyline in South America. And Orson Welles missed accepting his Academy Award. The Trial, yeah, with Anthony Perkins, that's right. I have that on my computer, but I still haven't seen The Trial yet. That's the one. It's very hard to find, let me tell you. The Trial is with Anthony Perkins, it's very hard to find Wells. But, yeah, so he actually missed accepting his Academy Award for Citizen Kane because he was shooting the South American, I think it was Argentina, sequences at the time, and for the Magnificent Ambersons, and the studio just kind of, they cut that all out, and they changed the ending to the film. They gave it like this happy ending that wasn't originally in the movie. But I mean, despite all that, it still is a great film. Despite all that, I still love the movie. I've seen it many times, but people just remember Citizen Kane. Now Citizen Kane is coming to the Criterion Collection, and it's going to be the first 4K Ultra HD release, which is really cool. I'm definitely going to be picking that up because that's one of my favorite movies. Of course, you can watch my video on it on the channel. And also, it's going to be good, too, because that's going to be in November. In November, I guess, is when I'll release my follow-up to my Citizen Kane video.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm a filthy plebeian. I've not seen any of these films, to be honest.
Oh my
God! I feel like a massive fraud.
Well, let me tell you, Orson Welles, he's pretty easy to get into. His movies are entertaining as well as artistic. I think he has some of the best Shakespeare adaptations of any director. His Macbeth adaptation is fantastic. His Vinlove, stop asking. Vinlove, you're not coming on this stream, okay? This stream is it's a chill stream, alright? We're chilling. Now, if another YouTuber or whatever, I don't know, one of my other friends wants to come on, they can come on if they can be chill, but Vinlove cannot be chill. Anyone else can come on, but Vinlove will not be chill.
We don't want to hear about Son of the Mask today. We're not ready for highbrow entertainment such as that. Okay.
We're talking about Orson Welles.
Yeah, we need to talk about popcorn films of Orson Welles.
Yeah. What I'll say this is that they supposedly have found the lost 40 minutes of Magnificent Ambersons. That's what I heard. So I think they're coming out with a documentary about finding this like lost, the lost footage. So I'm hoping that there's a sort of new version of the movie that gets released. They've been doing that with a lot of Orson Welles' movies. Like The Other Side of the Wind. He died before finishing it, but they were able to kind of look through his editing style and everything, and they were able to finish the movie for him. And that's on Netflix, and it's a great film. Fantastic movie. His stuff, especially like in his later career, was so way ahead of its time. Just way ahead of its time with his editing style. He kind of started like the sort of like film video essay type stuff, or like almost like YouTuber type videos that he was making in the 70s. Actually, my video about How I Made My Movie, where I'm kind of talking to the camera, talking about how I made my movie, is inspired by Orson Welles doing the exact same thing in the 70s. He'd make these like little films, these 30-minute films, talking about how he made his movies. Just talking to the camera about like, well, and I did this, and I did that, and this is, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he was just doing it from his home. He just set up cameras in his home and do that.
That is actually kind of cool, though.
Yeah, like in the 70s, you had, in a sense, the seeds, the seeds of what would become content today.
Mm-hmm.
So you had him doing that sort of stuff. I would not say that Orson Welles was a sued. He was an extremely talented, smart individual. And he was very much not pretentious. That's also something about Orson Welles, is he's like, when you actually listen to him talk about movies, he's like one of the least pretentious guys. There are several directors, there's so many people that are super pretentious about movies and are like, oh, that movie is beneath me or something like that.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Dude, we have like some of the shittiest directors now that like affect that sort of attitude. It's like,
Yeah.
bruh, no, you actually just suck. I'm sorry. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, it's just, there's this, it's a kind of a cope. It's a way to like give yourself some sort of importance that isn't earned.
Yeah.
And Orson Welles was definitely not pretentious, and he never came across as so. In fact, he came across as just a super fun guy. Like, he came across as super chill and like really. He's always funny. I could listen to Orson Welles talk all day. But the other person that really kind of started what I would think of as like the proto kind of YouTube content is Werner Herzog, because Werner Herzog was this independent documentary filmmaker. I mean, he made narrative films, a lot of great narrative films. But his documentary films he would make for almost no money. And it'd be a documentary where a lot of this story is told with his voiceover narration, which is how YouTube documentaries work, where you show the clips and everything, but with voiceover narration being a main thing and not so much like talking heads. If he gets an interview, it's like a very sort of, like with Into the Abyss. Sorry, I'm just not used to talking this much.
Oh, you're good, dude.
With Into the Abyss, like with some of these guys, he only had 10 minutes to interview the people. So he would just take like a little handy cam, go out, sit with them at a park bench, talk to them for 10 minutes, and then that was it. It wasn't like, it's not like, oh, we're going to have an entire day where we set up a big studio and sit, and light everything perfectly and stuff. Werner Herzog is not really about that. He's about like making 3 films a year, and pumping it out, not spending too much time on it, which, his stuff is movies, but you can see how his style definitely kind of carried over into like how YouTube documentaries are made. You can see a lot of crossover. It'd be interesting to sort of try to take like how YouTube films or YouTube videos, like longer form stuff, not like random stuff, but like stuff that's more effort, more efforts put into it. It'd be interesting to sort of track that and see like maybe where these different ideas or these different styles originated. I think that would be a cool thing to look into. But let me see if Vinlove, for the love of God,
just oh boy.
Let me see. Wait, what's the BPM? My jam. Yeah. Hey, do you want to switch over to our? I'd rather keep it actually just in a normal.
I mean, we can go into like the legacy thing, and then
that's what I was thinking.
Like that's only filled with people who are like relatively reasonably socially well adjusted enough to not like chimp out in the fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Vinlove's not going to get banned, guys. He's not going to get banned.
He's got passion. He's got moxie.
I'm just gonna ignore him. Yeah, I'm gonna go into legacy creators.
Okay.
And okay, let me at general at here. Hop on my stream. Hopefully people join in, but until then, I will answer questions. So yeah, so my newest video, I did shoot part of that on Super 8 film.
Oh boy, you're streaming. Okay, it's time to do it.
Yeah, so my latest video, I shot part on Super 8 film, and I had to send it to 2 different labs. So I sent part of it to, so hey, yo, what's up, Nauticus? So one was Vision 3 50D, and the other one was Ektachrome 100. Flamenco, that's who I'm talking to. So the Ektachrome 100, and so I sent my Vision 3 Super 8 film to Color Lab, which is in Rockville, Maryland, but they don't have the stuff to process Ektachrome, so I had to send my Ektachrome stuff to Metro Filmworks in Brooklyn, New York. So something funny happened with shooting on Super 8 film that I did not anticipate. I have several Super 8 cameras, but one of the problems with Super 8 cameras is that they're all antiques. So one of the problems with them being antiques is that if something happens to them, you can't
get replacement parts.
Yeah, you can't get replacement parts. So I used to shoot on a Super 8 film that could do 1 frame per second, 18 frames per second, and 24 frames per second. So I would shoot on 24 frames per second, and that would be able to sync with my audio. And Captain Mercury, thank you for the $5. Let Vinlove in for 1 minute. Okay, Vinlove, when I'm about to end the stream, when I'm wrapping things up, I will let you on, and you can say your piece. All right, you have my word. You just have to
1 full minute.
1 full minute. That's probably gonna be about half an hour. Okay, so Vinlove, just wait. Just you wait. I want to also make an announcement before I go any further. I will be going. This hasn't been publicly announced yet, but it's set in stone, everything like that. I'll tell all 17 people here. September 8th, mark your calendars. September 8th, I'll be a guest on the Create Unknown, Vsauce 2's podcast.
Oh, so nice.
They will be interviewing me. It's going to be Kevin Lieber and Matthew Tabor interviewing yours truly, talking about movies.
More people coming to Kino.
Yeah, well, they came to Kino a while back. Actually, Matthew Tabor's been on. He streamed with me before. We had a stream talking about Last of the Mohicans. And I've been a patron of the Create Unknown for about a year or so. It's a fun community. Really like a lot of those guys over there. So it's going to be fun to finally be a guest on their stream. They're just going through our entire Discord server because they had Glink and Slush on. They had Oki on. Wang. Then they had Muda on the other day. Like last week or something like that. Our entire Discord server is just going to be TCU guests. So,
Yes.
Yeah, hey, what's up, Spooky?
Hello.
Hey, Spooky.
Hello, Flam.
So,
My dearly beloved.
Yeah, so we're just talking. So, what I wanted to get back to with the Super 8, so one of the problems I faced in the video was that my camera that did 24 frames per second, it broke. It stopped working. I couldn't get replacement parts for it. So, I had to get a new camera. and I got this new camera that's lasted me like maybe a year or two. But when I shoot Super 8 stuff, it's usually like home video stuff, or it's like for B-roll, or like I'm not doing sync audio, is what I'm saying. So this is the first time I did sync audio with my Super 8 camera, and I totally forgot that it shoots in 18 frames per second. So when I was recording it, everything seemed fine. And then when I got into Premiere Pro after the film had been processed and scanned, I realized what was happening. And I realized that I really fucked up. And I couldn't, I had to ADR that entire section. Which means I had to just have my video on a screen with a bunch of mics pointing at my mouth. And me trying to match the lip movements, saying what I was saying on screen, me trying to match the lip movements of what I was saying to match it up in the video. So you'll probably notice some sync problems in that part of the video. It's because none of that was sound recorded like on set. That was all recorded after. All the audio was recorded after. So that was very fun. That took me a whole day to do. That was another reason that the video got delayed. I kept on saying, I think that like when I watched The Green Knight, I did the Kino, I was saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna release the video like in the next couple days, and it was like 2 weeks later. Just so much stuff came up that it was, man, it was a lot of work. Jonas says that Spooky sounds like Christian.
I'm not a motherfucker.
Throwing some really throwing that heat over at Spooky, which is good because she's a woman. So
yep,
Shut up, man.
Deserved.
Shut up, virgin.
Spooky can't compete, is what Vinlove says.
Spooky, what with? Oh, can't compete with Vinlove?
Or Christian.
Oh, Christian. I guess so.
I guess
I can't compete with that level of autism. I will take that L.
One day I want to have more subscribers than Christian.
How many subscribers?
How much does he have?
Chris has 33K subscribers.
Oh, well, that's
the
not
Quickville Guardian.
BRB.
He's trying to distract. Okay, I got a funny story about that. Kino, my favorite part of Wasted Hours was the part where one of the main characters is trying to distract a bouncer and the bouncer black pills him. I found it to be the most important part of it. So, funny story about that entire conversation is it was a real conversation that I had with a guy. But the guy wasn't a bouncer. The guy was the guy is a friend of mine. He's an eccentric friend of mine who is a gun instructor / hypnotherapist. And yeah, so he'll teach you how to shoot, and then he'll, hypnotize you, or maybe the other way around, depending on what you want. What do you want, right? But he had that whole conversation with me. I was sitting at Panera Bread, and he saw me, and he came over, sat at my table, and everything that bouncer said is what he just unloaded onto me right there in the middle of that Panera Bread. And I tried to get him to play that character, and he was out of town. He was on another part of the country, visiting family or something like that. So Lemmy, who plays as the bouncer, I've known for a decade or so. I've known Lemmy for a long time. And I was like, okay, well, if this guy, isn't going to work, then Lemmy is right for it. So I sent Lemmy the script, and I asked him to audition for it. And he texted me back, wait, did we have this conversation? Like, Because that's kind of unironically Lemmy. And he thought that I was basing that character off of him. I go, don't worry, Lemmy, you don't have to audition. You got the role. Yeah, no. He was actually, I was worried about him. He was very nervous with the with the film camera and everything like that. But we were able to really get a lot of good stuff out of him. He warmed up after a little bit, but we definitely had to do a lot of rehearsals with him because he was greener as far as acting goes. He does a lot of like makeup and cosplay stuff and things like that. Like horror makeup and like effects stuff,
Horror makeup.
Horror.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he's not like you.
Cooler makeup. Cooler makeup.
I only wear makeup when I'm in a witch caricature,
Uh-huh.
Caricature.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. She's a character I play, so I have to wear like extra thick makeup.
Sure.
Oh, well, essentially her makeup is like drag makeup for me.
I'm on a rocking chair, by the way, so I'm just gonna sit back here and we're just chilling, dude. We're just chilling.
Sneed around.
Sneeding. I'm drinking my Ahas. These are. Have you guys ever had these?
No.
It's like sparkling water with some caffeine
right
in it. So it's basically like LaCroix with caffeine. And I'm a big sparkling water fanatic. Now, I like this because it has caffeine in it, and I didn't get enough coffee this morning because I'm addicted to caffeine.
Same.
But as far as sparkling waters goes, my favorite is San Pellegrino. And then I would say under that is Topo Chico. And then under that is Perrier. I drink, I don't know how much San Pellegrino. And here's the other thing about San Pellegrino. The ones in the glass bottles are better than the ones in the plastic bottles. Yeah. Does Spooky have a YouTube channel? Yeah, Spooky Weep Trash. She has, 3,000 subs?
Yep.
Something like that. Ben Love can't stop quoting Son of the Mask. This is the part where you boogie. Okay, Ben Love. Did I just get a text? Okay, yeah, I got a text from Glink. I gotta tell him to come on. Glink should come on. The chill stream.
Oh boy, the chill stream.
Yeah, the chill stream, yeah. Glink, check legacy creators. I was, I'm thinking it unironically might be a good video if Technicals and I did a Holes spoof. Because Because I'm the curly-haired white guy. And then he looks like he has the same.
is curly hair too, though.
Yeah, no, but he looks like Zero. Because he has the same kind of hair.
Yeah,
like the kind of the hair that kind of goes out in like all the different directions.
Just be careful. The last person who played that had a fucking breakdown over French fries in a bowling alley.
Wait, is that what that guy did?
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. He fucking melted down. I
thought you were talking about the guy that played as Zero.
No, I don't. I've never heard of that guy outside of that film, so I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I
don't.
I hope you didn't get molested. That's all I can say.
Shia LaBeouf's so fucking weird. Like, he comes off as like a complete creep. Did you ever watch this movie Nymphomaniac that he did like a handful of years back? Was it good?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I thought his part, Nymphomaniac 1 is definitely better than 2.
Wait, there's 2?
Yeah.
Huh.
They released at the same time. It's a part 1 and a part 2, but it's 2 movies because it's like a 5-hour long movie split into 2 parts.
Alright.
Kim Jong-un, Vin Love can't stop referencing Son of the Mask, and Kino can't stop referencing Sallow. It's like the unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
No, it's just autism.
Oh, Blam, you should totally come on Mind Engagers podcast because we want to talk about Ava next episode.
I need to watch Rebuild of Ava, and I also probably need to like rewatch Rebuild of Ava 1 and 2, and probably finally watch Rebuild 3 for a second time. But maybe
they're worth a watch because essentially it's just Hideki Anno's "fuck you" to the fans. They're getting exactly what they asked for.
Huh.
So I would watch them. Oh, hello, Mumkey.
Thoughts on Buck Breaking 2? So Buck Breaking 2 is currently in pre-production right now.
Dude,
I'm gonna be.
Tariq Nasheed made $1 million in crowdfunding for.
Yeah. I was talking about this before you joined.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has his hidden history museum. But I don't think that's enough for a museum in LA. I don't think that's even enough to get a piece of land that's enough for a museum.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah. And
you might build it like on the very outskirts and say that it's in LA. It's hidden, okay? You gotta look for the hidden history museum. Come on now.
So I think that there's one of two things that could be going on. Either Tariq Nasheed is a dumbass and he's actually thinking that he can do everything for $1 million, or this is more of a marketing stunt and he has more money from investors behind the scenes. Because you can't make a museum for $1 million. Not in LA, not really in any city. So I don't know. You know what I mean? I just don't know what he's planning on doing.
It's either that or he's gonna call the people racist because he like can't get a construction and / land plot to build it for $1 million in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and then he'll pocket the money and it'll be part of the grift.
I just think it's gonna be eggs.
Yeah, like the term grifter gets thrown out a lot. I genuinely believe that Tariq Nasheed only believes like half of what he's saying.
Yeah, but he's still based.
Yeah. Yeah. I loved his black dicks are a weapon of mass destruction. That was pretty funny.
Well, so to answer Mumkey, right? By the way, Mumkey, I watched your entire video today on tier list of mental illnesses. It got recommended to me, and I was having to do a lot of driving around this morning, and I listened to the whole thing. I have YouTube Premium now because Discord gave it to me. So, I can turn off my phone. I don't have to, I don't know. I can
and you give Mumkey like a little bit of passive ad revenue too.
Yeah, exactly. So you're welcome. I just gave you an hour and 20 minutes of watch time.
So it's like what, worth 2 cents?
Yeah. 2 whole cents.
2 whole cents. Buy yourself something nice. Yeah, so Buck Breaking 2 is currently in pre-production. I'm going to be directing and starring in it. And it's going to be a hidden camera documentary. Sort of like Jackass.
Are you saying you're going to be wearing blackface in public?
No.
Pranking people? That'd be funny.
No. I'm going to be buck breaking people.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Hidden camera.
Yeah, Buck Breaking 2 is like the rebucketing. Like Tariq Nasheed is actively fighting out against Buck Breaking. Kino is like, oh boy, howdy, we got ourselves an ornery buck. I am loving doing like the Southern Plantation like Pepe like smoke like inhaling on the cigar meme.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got ourselves an ornery buck.
I loved how his letterbox was vandalized initially, and it was the Sneed meme, or it was like it was the Wojaks with like the black Wojak in the middle, and that was the 4chan created buck breaking poster, and he changed it back to his thing. But if you watch it, that vandalized poster honestly was probably more tasteful than a lot of the art he had made for his movie. Like pretty obviously fetish art. Was
all the pregnant bellies and stuff like that.
Yeah, Kino, come to the Buck Break Museum. I will. Florida Maine says Drake Nashi was actually right. Did he not see the sexual harassment allegation made against a black innocent black panel host? No, I actually think, you know, there's a lot of sort of uses of sexuality in the industry for dominance over people. I know Terry Crews had a similar thing happen to him with a producer.
Well, Terry Crews was like molested by
he was molested by a producer.
Yeah,
and when he came out about it, like tons of people were like just laughing at him, and like, oh, what, like you didn't do anything, but it's like, well, that producer, if you do something against him, he could ruin your entire career, and you have no recourse. Like, it doesn't matter if Terry Crews is this big dude and the other guy is some scrawny little shrimp. One guy has your entire career in his hands, and if you want to eat, you don't bite the hand that feeds you, and, you know, there's a weird relationship. It goes beyond black people. Like, it happens to a lot of people. It happens to a lot of people, but, you know, I think there's also when, like, these big black men will come out and say it, that they do get ridiculed for it, which I don't think is
well,
good.
it was also like that what was it, who is the black comedian? Was it Dave Chappelle, or was it like somebody else who was like, I did not want to wear a fucking dress, or it's like, you're not gonna
yeah. I think that was on Buck Breaking. Wasn't he on Buck Breaking?
It has to. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think any
Buck Breaking. That was
any actual established comedian like volunteered it, but like they probably did play like that clip specifically. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was in Buck Breaking. But yeah, I get it. You know. Nauticus says, Kino, how many beautiful women have you seduced this week? Well, we currently have 15 concurrent viewers, so you know, all of you beautiful women watching.
Well, I mean, Mumkey is one of them. So
Mumkey's one of the beautiful women.
I don't think Mumkey is seduced, hopefully. I don't know.
He's got his big banana out.
Yeah.
Waving it around.
Look, Mumkey didn't bring me on Is It Kino for Free Guy, so I'm currently beefing with him at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because...
Was it good? Was it a good film?
I didn't watch Free Guy. But that's besides the point. He didn't bring me on Is It Kino. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Bring me on my own name.
Did you piss off the audience by like saying that you fucking hate cape shit? Like what's Is It Kino's like opinion towards cape shit?
No. So here's the deal with the Is It Kino audience, right? I'm cool with them. I don't mind. Florian couldn't handle it. Because he doesn't like getting memed on, okay? But I don't mind it. In fact, I kind of welcome it. I think it's fun, you know. But he and I have a different background where I obviously kind of grew up on 4chan and stuff. Where I don't know, like, and I just like to make fun of people too in that regard. And you know, if you're gonna dish it out, you gotta be able to take it. That's what I think. Mm-hmm. You know. So, but you know, like, there's always people that are like hashtag not my Florian now. But they're the same people that were complaining about Florian when he was on. And I know that if I leave, if I become more of an established guest host, and then I leave, there's the same people will be like hashtag not my Kino, you know, like, I don't know, like, it doesn't get to me. So no, the Is It Kino crowd is fun. I think that it's a fun crowd. So I like reading the comments after that. I like reading the comments on the Is It Kino stuff more than I like reading the comments on my own videos. So, you know, even though
it's always nice to hear what an audience separate of yours thinks of you, especially like hostile comments in other people's stuff. That's always fun.
Yeah, it's kind of, like one guy was like, you need to bring back Eric and blah blah blah. You need to like kick Kino off because I have literally not watched a single one of your episodes where Kino has been a co-host. And then Monkey just said to him, was like, okay, pay me $5,000 and I'll cater this channel exclusively to
you. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Unironically, there you go.
Yeah, and so, you know, I like it. I think that Monkey and I have a good back and forth. Yeah, it's not that we necessarily disagree a lot. I think that the most we disagreed was on the Green Knight. But what was funny is that I think we ended up giving the Green Knight a similar sort of numerical thing, you know, numerical score. But we disagreed on what we didn't like about it. I thought that made for an interesting conversation. Because some of the stuff that Monkey didn't like, I actually liked, and the stuff that Monkey liked about it, I didn't like about it. But I thought that made it very interesting. And obviously, like, I've seen tons and tons of movies, and I think that I think we have a good rapport on it, and good chemistry, and you know, Monkey and I are friends, and I'm not about to get butthurt over a comment. And I'm not going to leave all of his Discord groups because somebody changed my nickname. Which,
what did they call you?
No. That's what happened to Florian. He left all of Monkey's server. So he left the Trash Rats server, Monkey's personal server, because people were like changing his nickname to fuck with him. And then on everything he posted, we would emote. We would react with corn pizza. And he got really tired of it. And he got butthurt. And we're like, dude, you were a mod. You could just like... You could just like stop them from doing that. Yeah. He didn't know that, I guess. Now, I don't have it. I don't have anything... Like, I still like Florian. I'm going to go onto his YouTube. Florian hit me up a few days ago. And he said, Peter, or Kino... you want to come onto my YouTube channel? We can talk about a movie that we disagree with, so that there's like entertainment value. And he said, "What movie should we do?" And I just replied to him. I said, "Well, just pick any movie you like, and I'll probably disagree with you on it."
Does he have shit taste or something?
Yeah.
What is he like?
Yeah. Oh no, Florian is the game developer of. He made the game The Binding of Isaac.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that game's super autistic. No wonder why he can't take any jokes.
That was so fucking funny though, because Chris Chan did like a Binding of Isaac card for like the board game.
Yeah,
and I think Florian explicitly was like retweeting that on the day of like the motherfucking being known. It's like, okay, well, who wants to draw a replacement?
Or to do it like Florian, be like, okay, so who would want to draw a replacement?
Well, it was on Twitter. So yeah.
No, I know. I'm just imagining this in Florian's Austrian accent.
What is that Austrian autist like in movies?
He unironically didn't think Thunder Force was that bad of a movie.
Thunder Force. Is that the Larry the Cable Guy movie?
No, that's Delta Force or Delta Farce. Delta Farce. Yeah, don't ask me how I know that.
You're from the South, of course you know what that means.
I've met Larry the Cable. I've hung out with Larry the Cable Guy IRL.
Oh, really?
Boy.
Yeah.
Does he not have a southern accent when he's not in caricature?
He still has a southern accent. He's a good friend of one of my neighbors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he still has a southern accent. It's not as pronounced, but, you know. So, anyways, I want to get to some people are asking. Yeah, Johan says, you gave it the same score, but Monkey for dumb reasons and you for smart reasons. That was for the Green Knight. Yeah, you know, I raise the IQ level up beyond room temperature. Just kidding. Monkey's a smart guy. What are some good movies? What are some good movies where the ending is not happy? Florida Maine says, Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. Yeah, that was a good movie. where the ending was not happy. I really liked Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. I was thinking of doing a video on it, but my Be Kind Rewind video would essentially be the same thing. Elon says, I think the Thunder Force review was psychic battle between Florian and the future Is It Kino viewers, and he sadly lost. Yeah, that was because I think I also, what also happened with that Thunder Force review, so that was my second Is It Kino appearance. So what happened with that is that Florian suggested that we watch Thunder Force, and Monkey was like, no way, I'm not doing this. And he's like, you guys do it. So then we were like, all right, well, we'll just do it ourselves. And I think we were gonna record it and maybe put it on Florian's channel or something like that. But then, like 30 minutes before we started recording, Monkey texts us and says, hey, I watched Thunder Force. I'm gonna hop on. It's gonna be a proper Is It Kino episode. But the thing is that because we didn't think Monkey was going to be in there, I brought on Weekend Warrior. Do you guys know who that is?
Yeah, he's base and fate pilled. I like that guy.
Yeah, so he's a Filipino like film channel, and I know he's on EFAP quite a lot. But yeah, so I brought on Weekend Warrior. And because I was like, well, we need 3 people, but then, you know, and then but then Monkey joined like last minute, and it became like a proper Is It Kino episode, and it became like this very special episode about Thunder Force, where it was essentially Weekend, me, and Monkey just all teaming up against Florian. And
this movie looks like it's just 2 fat women with powers. Is that like the whole point of the movie? Is fat women with powers?
Yeah, pretty much.
How horrible.
Oh, it's terrible. It's a terrible film. It's awful. You know, they say eating 1 hot dog decreases your life by 46 minutes or something like that. Watching Thunder Force is like stuffing your mouth full of hot dogs all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So,
Lindsay Ellis.
You're kind of welcoming the shorter lifespan because you've experienced it, and you're just like, yeah,
exactly.
This is a fallen world. I need to get out.
Yeah, Florian thought this looked like a good movie or a decent movie.
No. He wanted us to watch it because he
thought it would be good content.
Okay, so that, but also, I think he wanted to get back at me because Monkey and I sort of teamed up against him on our Godzilla vs. Kong episode, and so he wanted me to suffer for 90 minutes for the next episode. So I think that was also a thing, but I don't know. Then there's no real drama, or there's no real any reason why he's not on Is It Kino anymore. He just kind of stopped talking to us like all the time, you know. I think he's working on something, so he's just busy. You know, and that's really the only reason he hasn't been on recently. But I find doing the Is It Kinos to be really fun. So, you know, I don't plan on stopping those anytime soon, as long as Monkey will have me on. Kino, have you seen Voyage of Time? You know what? I tried to see that in IMAX, and it's difficult to find. I would rather see it in IMAX than like on home video. Thoughts on Vince Gallo? He's based Sigma. He is the Hollywood Sigma male, Vincent Gallo. How do I Kino pill the normies? It's about like, this is kind of how I see Kino pilling people is like, right? You don't want to like push somebody into the deep end. That's not really a good tactic. You want to sort of like, or you don't want to push them in the boiling water. You know, it's like the frog, and the frog will get boiled if the water starts out cold and it just kind of slowly increases in warmth, right? That's how I see Kino being, right? You introduce them to like normie friendly stuff, Pulp Fiction, Fight Club, American Psycho, Clockwork Orange, films that are really good, films that are very, very Kino in themselves, but still have a lot of mainstream appeal. You start them off with that, and then once they've had enough of that, once they've seen several of those kinds of films, you can get kind of more artsy, then maybe you start introducing neorealism. Maybe you start introducing German New Wave or something like that. And you know what I mean? And it's a progression. Because if a person has been raised on Cape shit their entire life, you're not going to be able to get them to watch Satan Tango. You're not going to be able to get them to watch The Human Condition. You're not going to be able to get them to watch like these kind of, or even like Sallow, or a lot of these more impassable sort of films. You have to sort of warm them up to it. It's a progression. It's not so much like, wow, I'm so much better than you because I like this movie and you don't understand it. It's like, it's like you don't learn you don't get in the first grade and start learning calculus. You have to
I did. I'm built different.
Sure. You're literally in Alabama.
You're literally in Florida.
Oh, let's not dox each other now.
It's not a dox. I won't say where. I say you're just in that state. Which is also,
I say you're also just in that state. Florida man.
I embrace my Florida man self.
Formerly from California.
I'm sorry. You haven't done meth and tried to rape an alligator. You have not embraced your heritage of Florida man.
I guess that means that Destiny is more of a Florida man than me.
Destiny's becoming semi-Florida man. Dude, no, unironically, there's some weird shit going on with that particularly. There's a part of the log that of him realizing he took meth. And
I saw that. I read those logs, yeah.
Yeah, well, but then there's this clip of this dude that he's talking to his chat because this guy met Destiny in Amsterdam, which is where they are and where he's doing MDA or MDMA or whatever.
Yeah, it was ecstasy. Yeah.
Yeah, and
you get MDMA mixed with meth.
Well, apparently, because this guy finds out about this and is like, "Oh yeah," it's yeah, it's weird, huh? And he's doing it in a sort of semi-knowing way. It sounds like he actually knew that this was meth that this guy did beforehand. Yeah, and it's just strange. Bro, what the fuck?
I read those logs. It was so weird. It was really weird, and he was like, "I've been up for 36 hours." He's like, "I've never had ecstasy do this to me before." It's well, that's not ecstasy.
It's methamphetamine.
Yeah, exactly. It was funny though, and then he posted this morning. He posted a picture of Walter White.
Except, Walter never did meth.
Yeah, and then Dick Master says, "I am the one who flakes."
I like Dick. I still like Dick. Dick has some autism.
You still like Dick, huh?
Yeah, I still like Dick.
I love Dick.
Dick has some libertarian autism that will never go away, and it's just a fact of life. But I think Dick is good.
I've known Dick I've known Dick for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the first YouTubers I knew. Yeah, and his half Mexican lawyer is really cool too. Actually, super cool guy. He's got a cool crowd around him, but he does, he does draw some people like Vito, to him. He keeps Vito around. I don't, a lot of people really hate Vito.
A lot of people really hate Vito, and a lot of people really like Vito. And I think the majority of the people that like Vito know him only through appearances on shows and because of his YouTube videos.
They don't see his Twitter.
Yeah, I think the broad majority of the people that don't like Vito are people who have personally interacted with his Twitter. I think
so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. But I also like, I'm like, well, Vito's doing this. Like, a lot of his stuff is baiting people, and it's really easy to bait people on Twitter. Kim Jong Un says, "Do you listen to Cumtown?" I've listened to Cumtown a few times. I like the guys on Cumtown. Oh, speaking of Cumtown, so this is like a weird sort of, whatever, putting pieces together here. But next week, Monday. So on Monday, I'm going to be uploading a new Kino cast with a guy named Mark Rappaport.
Mm-hmm.
And he produced Dasha Nekrasova's film, The Scary on 61st. Dasha used to date Adam Friedland from Cumtown. And she has that podcast called Red Scare.
I don't know any of these people, by the way. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure people who are watching know who Dasha is. She's a kind of one of the new it girls for a certain kind of, I don't know, like this crossover of like the New York film scene and sort of Twitter shitpost leftist sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She was on InfoWars, and that's where she got big because she was called Sailor Socialism or something like that. But I actually
I didn't know about that Sailor Scout. Is that new? And the new Sailor Moons.
Yeah. But anyways, I didn't know Dasha was even like any of this. I just knew her as an actress because she was in Eugene Kotlarenko's film Wobble Palace. She's been in a couple films with Eugene, and Eugene's obviously a friend of the channel because he made that film Spree that came out about a year ago. And I covered Spree, and I did an interview with him, and Eugene's obviously a friend of Dasha's. So, so you can the Kino Corner channel is basically 1 degree of separation away from Cumtown.
Nice.
Yeah. Because, Dasha dated Adam Friedland for a long time.
All right. Before you start with that, I'm going to actually head out.
All right.
I've been going. Chat, I'll be back on later tonight with my drinking stream, probably around like 10:30 Eastern. So I hope to see you guys there. We're gonna get drunk. What?
Would you be interested in Mining Gators podcast with Kino? Talking about
maybe. Reach out to me and we'll figure it out.
All right, watch Ava then.
All right, I'll try to watch Ava by then. All right, peace out.
All right, see you, man. All right, guys.
All right. And chat, I will catch you guys later.
Okay, guys, it's just you and me. All right. Any questions? All right, guys.
What film should I show to a woman that'll get me instantly laid?
Kino, what's the best Bible movie? I can tell you what's not the best Bible movie. Literally any Bible movie about Noah's Ark. You had that one that came out like in the late 90s or early 2000s or whatever that was just awful. And then you had the one with Russell Crowe that was the Darren Aronofsky film that was also just terrible. Best Bible movie. The Ten Commandments is really good. Like, that's still a really great film.
Bible, what's his name? Bible Lord or something? Bible Man? Bible Man. It's the best Bible movie.
Yeah. I don't know, the Ten Commandments. Yeah, but, I don't know, Passion of the Christ is, I still think is a good film. I'm trying to think of, like, the Sword and Sandal stuff, that was really big back in the 50s, like Ben-Hur and stuff like that.
What were those movies called by that... this is going to be vague, but it's like an early 2000s Bible movie made by that actor who was kind of a has-been. Left Behind series, yeah, I had a really weird Christian friend that would always be like, these are so good movies!
They're not good.
They're awful.
They're not good. Yeah, and that's Kirk Cameron.
Kirk Cameron, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. What are your thoughts on the final solution to the e-girl problem? I think that the way e-girls won't exist. So here's the thing, right? I was explaining this to some people last night, right? Whores don't exist unless there are men who are whoremongers, right? Because it takes two to tango, right? E-girls won't exist if there are simps. The men have to look inwards and say, I will not be a simp. That's the final solution to the e-girl problem. You have to change yourself. You have to make yourself stronger so that you don't simp. E-girls won't exist if there are no simps.
Actually, women like it more when you bully them. That's why I constantly hang around Kino's like because he bullies me.
Yeah, that's all I do for
unironically though. Bully women. Augie was talking about this the other day on fucking. I don't know why Tommy C got Augie on for dating advice, but he did. He's like,
Wait,
I tell
what?
women to fuck off. Yeah, you didn't see that? That was a thing that happened like a week ago.
Wait, but Augie's like hasn't dated.
He's a dateless virgin, fossil.
Yeah.
But he got him on. But even Augie was like, I tell women to fuck off, and they're like, please give me attention, Augie senpai.
Yeah, I'm just I'm a guy. I just don't read any of my DMs.
Yeah, sure, okay.
No, I don't. You can ask people that. I'm really bad at reading my DMs. I don't like interacting with people, generally, unless it's just like I'll have like a specified time, like now, in which I kind of interact with people en masse. But DMing and all that kind of stuff, oof. I don't know. I don't do it. And I'll just say like, yeah, I'm just not really interested. Or if and also I'm just honest with people. Like as far as and this is something I was telling some of the guys who were asking me for dating advice the other day. I'm like, don't
think about it.
Well, and don't treat them differently than don't treat them differently than how you would treat a guy, in the sense of like, if they say something stupid, then tell them that they said something stupid like you would tell a guy. Or in my case, it's like, oh, this is my favorite movie, and I'd be like, why? Like, that movie sucks. Like Frozen's my favorite movie, and I'm like, you're not a 7-year-old girl. Like, why are you watching that at your age? I don't know, like, too many guys, they're like, oh, yes, of course, and it just comes across as so fake and so desperate.
I know about Grey's Anatomy, too.
It's like, no, you don't. Shut up. Just like, be honest. Don't be a simp. Honestly.
Treat women like humans? Huh, that's weird. Yeah. I can't do that.
Did you watch the new Evangelion movie? No, I haven't. I haven't watched the rebuilds yet. What should I do if a girl says Leon the Professional is her favorite movie? Tell her to get off Reddit.
You know what that movie is.
I actually think Tom Green is pretty... Yeah, Tom Green is pretty funny. Did you watch the new... what's the last great Disney film?
Tangled.
I don't know if... I thought Tangled was good. I don't know about great.
I love Tangled. I thought it was a good movie.
I mean, that's what I said. I think it's good, but as far as, like, great goes...
I mean, honestly, my opinion on Disney, like the cartoon movies, are, I think The Lion King is the most perfect movie. IMO. Like, it's fantastic. I don't know about the last one, because that came out in, like, the 90s, right? So. Well,
my favorite is probably The Lion King. Was it 3/4 or 1 3/4?
Oh, Lion King 2 and 1.5 with Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah. Who, in your opinion, is the most interesting actor?
I mean, they're all crazy.
And I really like... I've been a big fan of Joaquin Phoenix for a long time. and Pattinson.
Fuck, what's his name? Pretty boy married to. Oh man, I'm brain farting on names. I'm really bad.
I don't really think about actors that much.
Mm.
In like working now, or like, you know, um, working now, or like in the past. Like, if I had to say like some of my favorite actors, it's like Alan Delon, Marcello Mastroianni.
I like Brad Pitt. He's cool. He plays a lot of interesting roles.
Yeah, and he funds a lot of good movies. He plays in my favorite movie, The Tree of Life.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, and he produced it.
Cool.
So, yeah, I really like Brad Pitt as well.
They all stink, though. Every single actor doesn't fucking vape. Just keep that in mind. Don't meet your vapes. They all smell really bad, like old cheese.
Actually, funny story about that. I did not shower this morning.
That's hot.
I didn't shower this morning, and I feel so sticky from sweat because it's so hot here.
You could be an Oscar-winning Hollywood actor just by your stench alone.
Yeah, exactly. I probably smell kind of bad. Although, no, I covered myself up in like French cologne, so I don't smell bad. I smell good.
You smell like a typical Frenchman.
Yeah, exactly. I'm wearing my form-fitting black shirt, you know. The reason I didn't shower, actually, so there is a reason I didn't shower. I'm going to shower when I get home right after the stream, but it's because it makes my hair just all go down, and I knew I was going to be on camera, and I needed my hair to look, like, presentable. It wouldn't have looked presentable if I had showered, so.
How often do you wash your hair?
All the time.
You should, like, wash it, like, every other day.
I can't.
Better for you.
I can't right now because I've been working without AC for the last, so it's such just a sweaty, sticky mess at the end of each day. I have to wash it each day. But when I get yeah, I'll probably end up moving to washing it every other day, but yeah, for the last couple weeks it's been a tough time, needless to say.
Look, as a curly hair individual, I know curly hair is dry as a motherfucker, and it likes to sprout out everywhere when you fucking first wash it. Thoughts
on BoJack Horseman? I watched the first 3 seasons. I liked it, but I don't really get into TV shows that much typically. Yeah. So, I'm gonna move over to my my server, and
your server?
Yeah, so Vinlove can join. I'm gonna go take I'm gonna go take a pee break. If you wanna come over to my server, and I'm gonna be on KinoCast main. I'll drag you in. Alrighty, guys. Alright, are people ready for Are people ready for this? I don't know. So Spooky, tell them about Evangelion or some weeb shit.
I'll tell them about why actors don't bathe. Because I feel like I started that trend on Twitter, and no one gave me any credit for it.
I have to go use the bathroom. So give me like 3 minutes, and you tell people why. You know, I don't know. Talk about some anime shit. I don't know.
Anime shit.
Wait. Okay. Wait a sec. I gotta find a good. I gotta find a good like image to put over while I'm.
Put giant anime titties. No, put Masato on there. Put Masato.
Masato.
That'd be great.
Oh, I got a good one.
Ooh, there's a goth Masato going around on Twitter.
No,
I just retweeted it.
I have a good one here. Okay. Masato. Okay, here we go. This one's based. Don't worry, I got like the most based Masato image.
You're wearing a manga hat.
And check my stream.
Oh wait, for it has to come back.
Oh yeah, there's normal latency.
There's a slight delay.
Yeah, there's a slight delay. So after you see it, I'll head out. Um, okay, it's up.
Is it? Hold on. Let me
Yeah.
refresh it real quick. I just don't see it on my end. I think I see the other poster thing I was saying. Oh no, it's yes. The conference of her butt, yes.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so you talk. Vinlove, I'll bring you on. You got to get to general voice chat. Let me see. Vinlove, go to general. And then I'll bring Vinlove up. Vinlove, you can't say anything that's going to get me, like, you know, something to happen to me. All right? You got to be chill. This is a chill stream.
You can't dox him. You can't tell him where he's most vulnerable at.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We're chilling here. You can talk about Son of the Mask if you want. But you can't go off, you know. All right, here we go. Don't make me regret this, Finlove.
Oh, did he go away?
Yeah, Finlove. Can you hear us?
Oh, you bet I can.
Oh, God. All right. I'm going to go for 3 minutes. You guys keep the audience entertained.
You know, with the Chucky series, Brad Dourif is such a character, you know. Tim Burton really, like, cucked himself when he got Jack Nicholson to do it. I mean, Jack Nicholson is great, but, you know, if Brad Dourif got it, he got, like, the face and the voice. He looks like a homeless guy character brought to life. And that's such a great thing. You know, he looks so scummy all the time, but, you know, he's a nice guy. You know what? Also unblock me.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, you think I'm going to talk about Son of the Mask all the time, but I am a lot more complex than that, I must say. And I wonder, like, had you ever wondered if, like, you're actively trained to believe in a Truman Show thing, so that if it comes true, you are desensitized to it? Like, it's all desensitization thing. Tell you, oh, it's a simulation, oh, it's all aliens. You know, but Project Blue Screen still exists, you know that. Aliens may exist, but any aliens coming down to try to affect our government are definitely demons. Mostly demons, I must say.
The fuck are you talking about?
Hey, chat. Type in chat. What will you do when you meet an alien? And it can't be kinky, no sex.
No, chat, what's best girl?
Also about, like, the...
Asuka, Rei, Masato. Or Kaoru. Kaoru. He's the best girl. I believe Kaoru's supremacy.
What? Sorry, I muted you, so I couldn't hear what you said. What do you say again?
I said, you're gay, Lamau.
Okay, kill yourself.
No, you.
No,
see, you're already, like, fed posting, and this is, like... You can't say shit like that on YouTube, dummy.
Okay, I'm a little silly. Okay, in Minecraft...
In Minecraft...
I don't get why everybody likes Minecraft
It's too late. You already fucking said it. Jesus Christ.
I may be an idiot.
You are.
And?
What did I come back to?
Vinlove breaking TOS.
I accidentally said the demonetization word.
Wait, what did he say?
He said for me to off myself.
Call me gay.
That's
kind of mean. You're a meanie, you know that? I can't believe anyone would simp for you. You're a meanie. I bet you have, like, an OnlyFans, but you...
I do not.
It's technically not porn, so you can still make money, because that's what you are, a meanie.
I mean, if someone wants to pay me to insult them, I'll do that. That sounds funny.
You know what? I can make, like, a safe for work OnlyFans, like, just me just having, like, a pet cat and stuff like that, you know, just having a happy fun time.
Okay. All right. How many minutes has it been?
Soup.
It's been at least 4, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
We lost 6 viewers since he came on.
Yeah, I noticed. It was draining the viewership, but I got super chatted asking to bring him on for 1 minute, and you know, money talks. What can I say? I brought him on for 4 minutes. 4 whole minutes, so you guys...
Oh, look, we instantly got 3 more viewers back after you kicked him out.
Yeah, it's like, wow, he's gone. Okay, we can come back. Yeah, but you know what? Oh, we got 6 viewers back, actually. So, what I'm saying is that, look, if you pay me money, you know, and it's nothing that's too ethically ambiguous, I'm a very moral man myself, you know? I try not to do things that are wrong or bad. But if it's like bringing on some weird guy from my Discord server, you know, for a minute, yeah, sure, pay me money and I'll do it.
Mia from Monster Musume is the best girl. Monster Musume is okay. It's just fetish fueled up. Do you know about Monster Girls, Kino?
No.
They're imagine you know what a mermaid is, right?
Well, yeah, of course.
Well, that's considered a monster girl. There'll be like it's like half monster, half girl. So there's like a snake bitch. She's like half a snake but torso up. She's female.
Okay, so kind of like a. No, yeah, I get it.
And there's like a horse girl too, where she's like.
I know a lot
centaur.
of horse girls.
Oh, is it one of them? H3H3's wife. That's mean.
Be careful, he's gonna flag my channel now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How would you feel if you met him in real life? I feel like he'd be the biggest douchebag, ironically.
Probably. I haven't met him, but like I know some people who know him, and
Did they say he's a douchebag?
some people like him, some people don't. Wait, I just want to show this. So because I always forget to like take this out and put it on my shelf. Mm-hmm. I am always traveling around with a copy of Pink Floyd's The Wall, the movie.
What, really?
Yeah, I have it in my laptop bag, and it's so small. It's like super thin. That I always forget to not bring it with me, or you know, to put it back on my shelf or whatever. So I always have a copy of Pink Floyd's The Wall with me. And that is in addition to me always having a copy of Mircea Eliade's The Sacred and the Profane.
Yeah, but is Nostalgia Critics The Wall pure art?
And
That's my
Blood
question.
Meridian, which is also a good book.
Would you...
Nostalgia Critics The Wall broke me.
Is it art? Because Doug, I watched the interview with him, and he said that's art to him because it was controversial enough. He said that was justifying it being art.
I don't think that controversy is what justifies art. Anything can be controversial. It doesn't mean it's art. And just because you made a shitty YouTube video and people hated it, that doesn't mean it's art. That doesn't mean it's art. Wow, people hated this.
You know, he considers all of his YouTube videos to be like movies.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Doug Walker's The Wall? I made a video on it, dude. I made like an 11-minute video on Doug Walker's The Wall. But my thoughts on it is that it's a bad video. Like,
it's weird. I mean, the whole existence. Well, it's fucking weird. Well, not only does it have like fur bait on there at one point because it's just like fetish fur.
Oh no,
bait,
and not just like at one point for like a whole sequence.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking Oni plays were making fun of it. They're like, yeah, they have big fucking wide birthing hips and they're fucking monster creatures with big titties. How does he not know that that's fetish?
He literally replaced the monsters from the original Pink Floyd's The Wall, right? Mm-hmm. The monsters were representations of characters who came earlier, right? And they were so he replaced like these sort of expressionist expressionist versions of characters from the film. He replaced that with literal like fetish stuff that had nothing to do with his the rest of his video. None of the characters were based on anything. It was just furry fetish like art. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I think Nostalgia Critics The Wall's art good. good. Yeah, it's actually, now that I think of it, I think it's art. I think it's definitely art.
Listen to Doug Walker scream so many times. Ah!
There should be a word. There should be a word for art, like Doug Walker's The Wall. And I
Fart?
think no, it should be retard.
I'm a little tarted.
yeah. That art is a little tarted up. Tarted. It's not D. We're not disparaging
Yeah, we're not being
people.
rude.
I'm just commenting on a piece of art that was made by Doug Walker, and for some reason he got the lead singer of Slipknot in there, and then literally never has him say anything for the entire video except at the very end. And he doesn't even sing any of the, like, Doug Walker is singing all the stuff, but it's like you got a rock star in there and he's not singing anything.
I guess his son was just a fan of Doug Walker, and that's why he got convinced to be put on it. Maybe because he's so talented, right? That to pay for the actual talent part would be way more, expensive.
Toad's retard. Wait, that's a reference to something. I forget what that's from. Tommy. Okay, so Pink Floyd says Animals is greater than the Wall. Look, I like both of them. Okay. I'm a Pink Floyd fan. I like Animals and I like The Wall. But The Wall is a little bloated. But The Wall is a little bloated, to be fair, but it has a lot of great tracks. Malcolm Ray, the black guy nostalgia critic, was a Trojan horse for furries.
That guy's weird.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them are weird. If you watch Kick-Assia, Suburban Nights.
Oh, I was talking about the furry artist, but yeah, sure, Doug Walker's also kind of funny himself.
Yeah. There's that rumor that Doug Walker has a feeding fetish.
Oh, is his wife fat?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, she didn't start off fat, but people think that there's...
I mean, to be fair, a lot of those girls are around Doug end up fat. Mars girl's fat. Lindsay Ellis is fat. So who knows? Maybe there's a direct causation. Maybe it's just these people are neurotic and they like to feed into their impulses.
Vinlove is calling them weird. That should say something.
That should say something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How do I get in the Discord? Patreon? Yeah, Patreon. It used to be open, but I closed that Discord down about a year ago, so now it's only like Patreon only, or just like personal friends. So it's just patrons and personal friends, basically. Let me see. I'm reading chat here. You must prove your extensive knowledge of Kino. Yeah, one of the things that we do is anytime anyone new like joins the server, we say you have to name every movie. Yeah, so that's
Batman v Superman. Harry Potter.
Let me see. So someone had something a little
Suburban
bit up.
Nights. Yes, Suburban Nights. That's a good one.
No, someone had something a little up that I wanted to I wanted to respond to, but I forget where it was. Yeah, I forget. Thoughts on the anime fandom. That's a pretty broad thing, right?
Yeah, anime is one of the most popular mediums, in the world now, so it's kind of a really diverse group of people you got there.
Yeah, exactly. I actually know a lot of black guys who are huge in anime.
Because there's a joke there I can make. I don't know if YouTube would like it. Something about...
It's a reference to a movie review, a Shane Dawson movie to be exact. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's where it's from. Yeah. Was that a Ralph the Movie Maker or YMS video? I have a feeling it was something like that.
Maybe it was I Hate Everything, because I think he watches a lot of the Shane Dawson bullshit movies.
It might have been I Hate Everything.
Will we ever have a resurgence of gross out humor movies again, like in the scary movies? or just disgusting, foul humor?
I think a lot of that you get on the internet. You know, I think that there's a lot of that kind of humor that just shifted to it's better making it into a YouTube video than making it into a movie.
Yeah, it gets kind of like, okay, another throw up and poopy fart joke. Okay, we're like an hour and 30 minutes into this movie.
Man cannot live on Cape shit alone. I'm reading an old chat. Yeah, someone, James Lee Saipai, I don't know how to say that. Hey man, what's good? This is from a while ago. Hey man, how's it going? I know some person referenced my movie, and that's why I wanted to say it. Oh yeah, Kino monkeys like Shit Skull and Rebirth. It's funny. I wanted to say that. Oki, wait, is Oki wanting to come in? No, he's not. He's not waiting in. How's the American Psycho workout routine going? Man, I've just been so busy at work. I've been too busy. I was even working this morning, as I said, because of the COVID stuff. It's just like overdrive. So I haven't been able to do anything. I haven't been able to like watch a movie recently. I haven't been able to. I mean, I had a sick day because I got a cold and it was really bad. So I tried to like squeeze in some Kino time there, but man, I've been so busy. So it's been so oof. Yeah, it's been bad. I've been feeling a little burned out, but I'm pushing on. I got my come and see video written, and I'm probably going to record it tomorrow night. So look out for a video on come and see soon.
Come and seethe.
Cope and seethe.
Cope and seethe.
Cope and sneed.
Cope and seethe and dilate.
Yeah. When will the spoof film genre rise again? Vinlove asked. Vinlove, we just had this conversation.
You already just said it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a little late. A little late, boy.
A little retarded.
But, yeah, so I'm gonna just start wrapping stuff up. Wait a sec, I can do polls. Okay. Is war Labad? Yeah, war is Labad. Oh yeah, that's my other hot take. Is one of the movies I watched when I was sick was was Grave of the Fireflies, and I was not about it, if I'm gonna be honest.
You didn't like it? You didn't tear jerk off a lot?
Okay.
Is that Miyazaki film?
YouTuber movie I should review.
Do the Angry Video Game Nerd movie.
Space Cop. VGN. I want to see what you guys think. I already have my mind made up, but
Or Shane Dawson's, like anything Shane Dawson has made will always get views, for sure, because everyone hates Shane Dawson.
Is Oki the guy who debated Nick DiOrio on copyright? Yeah, and
Yeah.
Oki, yeah, it was a very bad debate. And
It was not a master debate, I will say.
And Oki is also the co-host of my KinoCast channel. So Oki and I are great friends, and we do the KinoCast, and I'm going to be uploading a new KinoCast on Monday. And yeah, I'm recording come and see video tomorrow. I am working on a very big new documentary for the Gamer from Mars right now.
Oh, that's going through?
We have several yeah, we have no, I'm like just spacing out here. We have several on the plate right now. We have several on the burner. So how do you feel the US should have best handled Afghanistan problem in 2021? I think we should have kept I think we should have kept to our deal. I think we should have been out of Afghanistan a long time ago. I don't think we should have gone into Afghanistan in the first place, but I think we should have kept to our deal, and I think we should have gotten all of our people out, you know, instead of like just leaving them and then being like, oh, actually we're going to charge them $2,000 to fly home. And then, you know, and then only after bad, it's just been a little shit show.
Did you watch Count Dankula interviewed the guy that was on the travel board?
Oh yeah,
4chan?
Lord Miles.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a really handsome fellow too.
That was like the one good thing to come out of all this was the Lord Miles of Arabia.
He seems cool. You should get him on the Kino corner. See how he feels about movies.
Yeah, I followed him. There's someone, I think it was Poselot, told him to open his DMs. But I wanted to reach out to. I was trying to reach out to him to get him on the Kino cast actually yesterday. So maybe I'll try tonight. You know, maybe he'll respond. Yeah. So for the people who are watching, the 14 people who are watching, here's kind of what I got going for the future, or for the near future, is a come and see video, and then I'm gonna be working on a space cop video. It's gonna be sort of in line with like my AVGN, sort of a shitpost video, and then I'm gonna be doing a retrospective on Mad Max. I think I want to do a video on the Grand Budapest Hotel before the French Dispatch releases, and then I want to get a video out on Orson Welles in November to kind of coincide with the Ultra HD release of Citizen Kane. And I also want to do a big video on George Lucas. I have so many ideas. It's just
It's not a bitch. You're so creative, and yeah, at least I call it brain dumping. I know there's like a YouTube channel called Brain Dump, but made by Hot Diggity Demon. But honestly, like I'll have like and if anyone's ever thinking about making content creation, this is a pretty good idea. You get like a diary or whatever, and you just think to yourself, what kind of videos I want to make, and you just write down titles and a brief description of everything you want to do, and it helps make organization a lot better, and it helps you like whenever you're running out of ideas.
I never run out of ideas.
You can reference back to it. Well, I mean, like, you know.
No, but I never, like, my problem is that I have too many ideas, and what I have to think about is, like, this last video took me a while to make. It was a big video. So now I have to sort of game the algorithm a bit and come out with a smaller video. So it's like, come and see, right? It's going to be a shorter video. So, and it's already written. And then, you know, and I'm like, okay, the Space Cop thing, that might take me a little while, so maybe I work on that while I'm doing another video, but at the same time, my work is exploding because of the pandemic, and I'm editing for the Gamer from Mars. So I have to sort of think, like, what's the, you know what I mean? Like,
the logistics and
logistics
money.
and yeah, exactly. That's because if I had money, that would be no problem. I could just hire an editor.
All the most famous like YouTubers are honestly a bunch of rich kids. So take that in mind, chat. A lot of them are just, or they just live with their fucking parents.
But see, so. I could hire an editor, you know, a couple $100 to edit my videos, and I could be working on several videos at once.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I could do that.
You could take it all your taxes too.
Yeah, I the kind of money I get from my videos does not justify
getting an editor.
Getting an editor. So, I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on my videos when I'm gonna get like $12.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my best performing. I only got like $500 for my Uncut Gems video.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I do have a letterbox. It's the Kino corner.
It's funny because like I've heard people with similar reviews, like 200,000, 100,000 views, and they'll be like, I got like $2,000, I got $1,000. It's like it's not definitive.
It's not definitive. Yeah, and also that was a shorter video, so it only had like one ad break. Longer videos will get more money because you have more ads, and it depends upon the kind of content, the demographics who are watching it. There's a lot that goes into it, but yeah, I have a letterbox. Is Lucas a genius? I don't know, but he's an interesting guy. What's the future of Cape Shit? I think it's gonna go to the small screen mostly. I think the future of cape shit, at least in the near future, is television shows. I mean, already in Marvel,
better as TV shows.
and Marvel was already Marvel was already set up like a TV show that you watched at the cinema. You know, so I think it's gonna go to the small screen. I think it's fine there. I don't care for cape shit. Like, I don't really watch, you know, cape shit movies.
Well, it's also like the comic book industry is also dying too, and like manga is outselling comics by a long shot too. So I don't know.
True, exactly. Yeah. So it looks like Space Cop won my poll. Looks like a lot of people are pro Space Cop.
Hope we don't get ratioed by the red letter media fans in a row.
Well,
you don't like it.
My review is going to be more of like a short film than like a review.
Okay.
It's going to be more of like a...
Are you going to be in Space Cop cosplay?
No, it's going to be more like a parodying Red Letter Media fanboys. Because I was a big Red Letter Media fanboy.
I love Red Letter Media.
I mean, I still watch a lot of their stuff. You know, I am a big fan of Red Letter Media.
I thought about buying the best of the worst pint glass that they have. That's pretty good. I like that merch.
Yeah, I might have to get some more merch to wear in my video where I'm like wearing their shirt, I'm like drinking beer out of their pint glass, and it's going to be about the sort of disillusionment from watching Space Cop. You're going to make a Nostalgia Critics to Wall retard Kino for Space Cop. Yeah, well, it'll be like me talking about Space Cop in a way, but I like one of the aspects of it that I am definitely doing is this is the reason why I want to do this video. Is that it's also going to be about like a cult around Rich Evans.
Oh, I love Rich Evans. He's so
does.
Adorable.
He's everyone's favorite. He's like the Bootsy of RLM.
What? Huh?
You know, Bootsy was on Cinemassacre before he mysteriously left.
I don't know.
You don't know the lore.
I didn't watch it growing up. AVGN.
You don't know the lore. Okay.
No.
Yeah. But no, I love Rich. Rich is probably my favorite of the Red Letter Media guys.
I mean, his witch's cackle just gives me a dopamine rush.
Yeah.
Hear it.
Yeah, and Bootsy got killed by El Loco Bandito. That's right. Hey, if you got for the real AVGN Cinemassacre fans, you need to look up El Loco Bandito comics on the internet. Mike Matei's origin story. So
I was more of a Newgrounds kind of person, so a lot of these like film review people, I don't really know.
Yeah. Well, anyways, guys, I'm gonna give us 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Lightning round questions. Okay. 2 more minutes. Lightning round questions. Hit me. Hit me. Do you have a
what's your favorite color?
green?
Oh, where's your mother from?
Oh, that's a security question. I'm not going to answer that.
What's your maiden name? What's the last 4 of your socials?
Yeah. Vinlove guest is not a question, Vinlove. Vinlove, did you get your YouTube back? That's my question for you. Did you get your YouTube back? All right. Well, we got about 1 more minute. 1 more minute, and then
favorite monster girl. Come on, what's your favorite monster girl?
Oh, someone actually asked that. Favorite monster girl? I don't know. Medusa, maybe.
Medusa? She'll fucking freeze you. Turn you to cinder block.
Attar server represent. Oh, nice. Hey, Lentilad, yeah. Attar's great. I love Attar.
Are you homosexual?
Favorite martial art. Favorite martial arts movie? Well, there's a lot of good Bruce Lee films. Enter the Dragon is great. I don't know if you can classify like a lot of like Drunken Master and like the Jackie Chan films. I like those too. I like a lot of martial arts movies. You know, I watched them growing up as a kid, so I have a lot of favorites, I guess. I'm not really a person. I'm like, oh, I only like this handful of movies, and that's it. Thoughts on film
That's not
school,
how you get taste.
or is it a meme? Film school is good for making connections, but you can learn everything that you need to do in a film on a film set. You don't have to have film school for that. How can we achieve peace in the Middle East? Literally, if we just forget that the Middle East exists.
Make them all watch the Taliban, watch Salo.
We just have to airdrop Criterion films all across the Middle East to Kino pill them. And once the world Kino pilled, then they will come to Kino, and the Kino Kingdom will take over the entire Middle East, and we'll have Pax Kino. That's what we'll have is Pax Kino. It'll be like it's like Pax Augustus, you know. Akira Kurosawa or David Lynch, they're nothing alike, dude. I'm not going to compare the two. I love both of them. Will you rally for my unbanishment? I don't know what that means. But yeah, guys, that is it. So, you can go watch my movie on Vimeo On Demand. I'm trying to get it onto Amazon right now. You can watch my movie on Vimeo On Demand. I have a new video out on my channel. New Kino cast coming out Monday. And airdrop Joker in the Middle East. Yes, that's also a good idea. So, and thanks for everyone for tuning into the stream. It's been a very fun time. And, yeah, it's been a very fun time. And I'll leave you guys with a film recommendation of a movie I watched recently. Let me see. What's a good movie that I watched? You know what? I rewatched Orson Welles' F for Fake last weekend, and I will say that is my recommendation. Is F for Fake by Orson Welles. I think you can watch the whole thing on YouTube. It is a great documentary, very cutting edge, way ahead of its time. It's even ahead of its time. It would even be ahead of its time if it came out today. It's just a one-of-a-kind film. So yeah. And anyways, everyone, have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in.